Howdy, howdy. It's weird, I usually have to press a button, but this is just the game. Hello! Hope y'all are doing well. Oh, my light is my light is on. It's just kind of hiding. There we go. They just skipped over past a guy getting murdered in the courthouse. Okay, don't get me wrong. I think they're gonna circle back round to it. Hi, Balvon. But it was so stupid, okay? I was like, we had this, like, you know, awesome cutscene where it was like, oh no, this happened after this, what's happening, you know, like, and I was so interested to find out what happened. And then we woke up the next morning and the prosecutor lawyer guy, who I'm totally sus of, was basically like, that's not your problem anymore, go investigate this new case. And it's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? This other thing just happened. We were just a part of that and you're telling us, sorry, not your problem. Which arguably, technically it isn't, but it still doesn't change the fact that it's like, we were there. How were we not like pulled up for like possibly doing the crime or something? Like, vampire looking guy? No, this is the male Strongheart. He's my squeaky voice guy. Which reminds me, I need to remember how on earth I did this lady's voice. I think it's not quite squeaky. It is squeaky, but it's kind of like, oh my god. Maybe that's what I should just do. Oh my god. How's it going? I want to know where your shoes are. Let me look at those toes. I don't care about toes. In case it needs to be said. Anyway. Really bubbly and squeaky. I was gonna say, I thought you loved the vampire looking dude. I love him! He's my favorite, okay? Guarantee you, he's gonna come in clutch before the end, okay? That's my man. All right, he's gonna be my Edgeworth. Threw her shoes in the bin. You're right, her shoes already, her feet are already exposed. Get her! All right, let's do this. Let me just position my blanket behind me to, you know, support my back correctly. All right, we're good. I can't wait to get this new chair for my birthday. Leave me out of this foot fetish bullshit, thank you. Okay, all right. We'll figure out a different fetish. Socks. I was just gonna say shoes. Can we do hands? That's your, okay, that's your thing. Anyway, so this is a tiny girl. Her name is Iris Wilson, who is probably related to the guy who died in the first case, okay? That's all of your explanation. And she lives with Mr. Sholmes, I guess. We're trying to find Mr. Sholmes because he apparently helped with this case that we're investigating, because apparently there was no one there except this other guy who was down the road, but obviously he says he saw the murder, but he didn't actually do it. And is into feet and shoes, noted. Fair, back to the drawing board. There's more important things to think about. All right, Iris. It was you that we ran into yesterday, wasn't it? At the Old Bailey? Okay, time to unplug you. Way too keen. Okay. Only my book shall know the details. Time to write it. Hydrate. Alright. Ribbit. Yes, that's right. You were ever so helpful. Thank you so much. I don't know. We'll figure it out, guys. Oh no, not at all. We're so sorry. We couldn't have been more welcoming. Though at the time, we did have a rather large gun pointed at us. No, put that down. Like this? Thinking back now, you left with Miss Lestrade in tow, didn't you? Oh yeah, the awkward witness, Gina Lestrade. Oh, Ginny? Yeah, she's a professional pickpocket. So we found out. It was very naughty of her to pinch my invention like that. Are you referring to the trial-disrupting, gun-like contraption? Exactly! So, I followed her, you see, to get it back. Perhaps I should think about fitting a self-destruct mechanism in my inventions? Don't do that. This girl is dangerous. Correct. Anyway, I brought Ginny back here after that, but so she could apologize to my trusty technician. Oh, sorry, you're a technician? Hurley, of course, silly. Am I doing it right? Hurley? Yes, Herlock Sholmes. We live here together. I had no idea the great detective had such an interesting young daughter. Daughter? Not likely. What? I wouldn't call him Hurley if he was my father, would I? Well, then, what is your relationship with Mr. Sholmes? Well, I expect you found out that lodgings of any kind in London are very expensive. So, the solution is to share the cost with a partner, a roommate. Your roommates? I hope you don't mind me asking, Iris, but how old are you? 10 at least this year. Well, what of your mother and father? Oh no, they're not around. Oh, I see. Wonder what the story is there. You mean Wilson? Okay. You want me to praise Orb and Chicken? Man, you just want to be spoiled. Oh, and she's a child. She killed them. She didn't kill them. She's adorable. No, she didn't kill them. Come on. Okay. Praise Tiny Orb. Hi, I hope you're doing well. What's happened? I don't know. Maybe, remember to, brush your teeth. Yeah, remember to brush your teeth. Okay, I swear to God, I'll come after you. Little violent. He cares about healthcare, hygiene. Hygiene's very important to Little Orb, okay? Gotta do what he says. Praise Orb Daddy. God, you're making me stand up now. Guys, there's a whole story to engage here. My proud Orb Daddy. When was the last time we even praised Orb Daddy is my question. Is there an Orb Mummy? There is. Somewhere. 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 Okay. Ugh, my arms are clicking. I've been attempting Proof of a Hero again this afternoon. More players added to the Crucify list. Dude, I found out more about what the requirements are for doing that quest, and holy fuck, man, I'm so behind. Pardon. Yeah, she's red. God damn it, the game still exists. I got the wrong game. I mean, hi, how's it going? The game still exists. F Lily coming in being like, is it Hollow Knight yet? Is it Hollow Knight yet? Is it Hollow Knight yet? I'm sorry, mate. Okay, give me a second. It's here somewhere, I swear. Where's Orb Mother? Where's Orb Mother? Fuck. We're doing a really good job, guys. I don't know where Orb Mother is. Wait. Ah! Ugh. Found her. This is Orb Mother. She is red. What else is needed? I thought it was just MR100, those tempered apexes, and 2x monsters in the Arch Tempered Arc. I thought it was all clear. Well, I haven't done Arch Tempered Arc Veld cleared. I think it was, you have to do every single Arch Tempered event first? That was my understanding. I sent her on an adventure. You really did. You really did. Man, I forgot how fluffy she is. She's real comfy. Yeah, we'll praise Frog in a second. Get all our praises out and done. Praise, oh Father! Hey, I think you're real cool. And remember that I love yous and that you're doing your best, okay? Bye-bye. Today was the first day in over a week I haven't had a migraine. Oh, that explains why I ended up with a headache this morning. What comes around goes around, motherfucker. How dare you. I didn't, it wasn't a full-blown, I just woke up with a really sharp headache. But yeah, no, that's good to hear. Sorry, Han. Sorry. I tried to send it to someone else. As far as I know, the Archtempered needed his arc, but you may as well take them all out first anyway. Yeah, exactly. No stress. Alright. Place him back on. Okay, and then we had Praise Frog. Which frog? I don't know. I'll choose. You know, let's choose the newest frog in the gang. He's not the leader of the bunch. You know him well, I mean, okay. He is the new guy in the batch. You don't know him well. He's finally back to make some gingerbread. Wow! Okay. Haven't we done everything? Oh my god. Okay, fine. Gingerbread frog. I know. Dudes, I'm really hoping we get a really cool Halloween frog next year. Well, this year, I should say. Either this year or next year, at some point. I'm now feel like I'm too dedicated to the part. If there is a new frog that's being sold, I'm gonna buy it. It's not good, but it's great. Anyway. Am I still making you a witch's hat? Why? Why did I need a witch's hat? Or was this for a different orb? Or was this for an attachable to an orb? Why?
Praise orb. Hi guys. Oh my god! You had a Halloween stream? I don't know. I mean, I haven't done a witch's theme for a Halloween yet. We were gonna stick an orb on the brim.
That does sound really cool. I hadn't really thought about it, obviously. Not since. It does sound really cool though. Does a crochet hat work without flopping over or weighing 1,000 tons? That's my question. Like, can you feasibly make a hat out of it? I say that, usually witches' hats are a little chunky is what I want to say. Well, I need to make sure it's gonna sit on my head effectively. You're gonna send me a message at some point, be like, how big is your head? No, I'm gonna be like, small. You barely remember discussing the things barely remember the things we discussed. Dude, I'm so behind. Like, okay, I also just want to say, like, there's a bunch of things, like, that happen daily to me, right? And usually, you know, I go home, I like, go to work the next day, I talk to my co-workers about it, and then I, you know, like, I'm in a habit of obviously just telling my co-workers everything that's happening in my life, because if we don't have something to talk about, we die, okay? Anyway, and then there's times where I'm like sitting there and I'm like, wait a second, I don't think I've told Aylin, and I'm like, I should tell Aylin, like surely she should be a part of this loop of information with different people at some point. But because obviously the stuff I talk about most stuff on stream, but then there's like a very small bubble of things that I'm like, you can't talk about this stuff on stream. And I forget what's in that bubble to begin with. But I also gotta like, you know, I'm like, whatever, we'll talk about it later. Oh, do we have an update on the cute coffee shop guy yet? Well, not really, kinda, not really. My sister got to see him the other day. So I got to have her thoughts. It was funny, what did Adara say? She was like, was it the blonde guy that had kind of a dad bod? And I was just like, yeah. So that's my sister's description of him. I love you and I'm 100% teasing. I know. I can also sew one. Right. What material would you make it out of? I don't know, sorry. The idea of, sorry. This is me being like, witches' hats kind of are like, I have an image in my head, and which is kind of like, it's either really heavy and overbearing and a lot. I don't know, like, I don't know how to make a hat is the point. I feel like a hat needs to like really fit. Also, don't forget praise chicken. Did we have praise chicken and all that too? I did not see praise chicken. Orbs. Okay. Okay. No tiny chicken, regular chicken. Yes, I got him. Well, I was gonna say something. What was it? Anyway, but yeah, because my sister was there, she was standing in front of the coffee machine. So the cute guy, I couldn't like strike up conversation with the cute guy. I'm like, fucking my plan's ruined. And it was so funny too, because my coworker, she came over and she's like, he's coming! And I'm like, shut the fuck up, I'll freak out. So funny. I'm literally like just living my own comedy set all the time. You're cute. Yeah, she is. I'll add a tie in the back that can tighten if needed. Okay, now I have a completely different question. Do you just mean like a ribbon to tie? What do you mean a tie? What does a tie mean in this situation? I'm thinking of like this tie, you know? And it's like, I'll put a tie on your, like a bow tie? Maybe. Bow ties are cool. Sure. I think ties are hot. Bow ties can get fucked. I'm sorry. It's just my opinion. I'm sorry. The 11th Doctor said they are. You can believe that. You go for it, man, okay? Believe in your dreams. I like, ties are hotter, okay? Because you can do that. No, don't. Anyway, praise chicken. Very good chicken. No, my thing. Oh my god. Aelin, do you agree with me? Ribbon threaded through a channel that you tie at the back of your head to secure it. That makes more sense. Okay. Do you believe in the tie way of life? I'm more of a fantasy than a sci-fi. Okay, so not ties. I'm hearing. What's something, I'm trying to think of something that's like fantasy. That's like a tie. That's not a tie. Belts. I don't know. I was like, a belt is a tie for the waist. Don't worry about it. Praise Tiny Orb. We've had everything! Okay.
Praise Tiny Orb. This is the last time, I swear to God. I'm gonna eat your Dakota kiss.
I don't know what I just said. Your Dakota kiss. Okay, we're back to the start. I know, right? Guys, you didn't just see it. I like threw my tiny orb up and he like perfectly snagged between my fingers. I felt so awesome. Oh my god. I was like, oh no. No! This is how I lose tiny orb. We're fine. Alright, back to the game, guys. We're fucking gotta get through this shit. It's so weird. I am still interested in this game, but I equally want to like strangle this game, and I'm constantly balancing between the two. Hydrate. No! I'm not gonna hydrate. See, Aylin's hydrating for me by having a shower. Have a good shower.
Of course, of course. Go ahead, Susie.
I'm a very great fan of the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, you have a copy of Rant's magazine?
Yes, I read every issue. It's delivered all the way to Japan on a ship.
Oh, this is so exciting! My stories are being read on the other side of the world.
My stories? That's right. Hurley is always solving such amazing cases, you see, and he tells me all about them. They really are quite fascinating. It'd be such a shame if I was the only one who ever heard them, don't you think? Goodness. Last night, he was telling me all about a new case he just solved on a steamship, traveling from a faraway land. So, I was just in the middle of typing up the manuscript for the next issue before you came. So you are the author? Yes, I'll let you in on a secret if you like. I'm going to call this later adventure the Speckled Band. Speckled Band? That's certainly familiar. Of course, I always change one or two details in the story here and there. This time, I had the idea of making a venomous snake be the cause of all the trouble. Oh, that was Mr. Sholmes' first thought as well, actually. Yes, and of course I know that a snake might not be a credible fit for the facts of the case exactly, but it's a story. Some poetic license is justified to make it more thrilling, I think, don't you? So, do you mean to say, are the stories by Mr. Sholmes that are published in Rand's magazine all written by me? Yes, on my wonderful and very modern typewriter. But all the stories I've ever read are not real. Are written by a doctor of medicine, John H. Watson. Susato-san's getting more and more worked up. Yes, that's me. I mean, my name really is Wilson. But what about the doctor of medicine part? That's all true too. I'm a doctor of medicine. No. At 10 years old? I'm glad he said it. At 10 years old! I love her. Well, that's quite incredible. But, this Dr. Wilson is an English gentleman. Yes. I did alter the setting slightly for the story to be more compelling. Oh? Well, it sounds a little strange, doesn't it? A great detective with a 10-year-old girl in tow? Makes a great anime. And are you secretly a frog? You drink through your skin? No. Why would I be a frog? It's not like there's frogs on my desk or anything. Ribbit. No, of course not. I suppose it does, yes. Poor Susato-san, she looks like her whole world has just fallen apart. I love her. About before. Yes, what's on your mind, Runo? Do tell me. How did you know that I was a lawyer and we just arrived in London, I mean? Yes. Oh, and that we have a difficult trial tomorrow. How did you know all that? Oh, that's what you mean. Please, tell us how you did it. Explain every detail. Of course, I'll be delighted, although there's really no mystery. Now, let's begin. I love her. Iris Wilson is proud to present her Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. Oh my god, she has her own Spectacular. First of all, I know already that you were a lawyer, Reno. After all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defendant's antechamber. But you also said that we'd only just arrived in London. How did you know that? I observed a passport and travel ticket protruding from your breast pocket. Oh. So I was reasonably confident that you had only just arrived in the country. And on top of that, you accepted a case against that particular prosecutor. Tell me you were unaware of London's court affairs. She has a stamp on her hand. The Reaper of the Bailey? I walked right into that one, didn't I? Then I noticed a red ink stain on the back of Susie's hand. You were given that when you visited the local prison to meet with a suspect, weren't you? Earlier today. Oh. They used those stamps to keep a close eye on comings and goings, you see? I didn't realize. And a red stamp is used only for people visiting foreign inmates. So, that told me that even though you'd only yesterday concluded the trial of Magnus McGilden, that the two of you had already had cause to visit a foreign inmate at a local prison. However, neither of you were wearing a particularly sad expression on your face, so I concluded that the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or a relative. That led me to believe that you must have accepted a new case. I see. Naruhodo. But how could you have known that the trial is tomorrow? Well, having barely been home a few hours yesterday, Hurley solved yet another case. It's obviously amused him. He told me that he had caught a Japanese man who was bawling and trembling. Japanese man? Well, yeah, that must have been Mr. Natsume. Now, Runa has the fancy Japanese sword. And I think your outfit is called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Well, anyway, it was clear to me that you both came from Japan yourselves, so I put two and two together and decided you must be defending the Japanese man Hurley in court. And there was only one conclusion those facts could lead me to. I love her. You both came here to ask Hurley about the case. She is smarter than Hurley could ever be, can I just say? I love her. There's a note on the mantelpiece that says the man's trial will be tomorrow. Hurley is always stabbing his notes with a knife, you know. He's silly. And that's all there was to it, really. Thank you for listening. I'm Iris Wilson, and that was one of my great deductions. She's so cute. Can I just say, I love how, this definitely feels like, okay, so Hurley's a fucking, okay, sorry, Hurley. Sherlock Sholmes is obviously an idiot, but he's obviously, like, played out these whole deduction things with her to be like, this is how the crime takes place. And I wouldn't be surprised to find out that Sherlock Sholmes obviously tells her, like, it's a bedtime story, so he makes it really dramatized in some sort of way. Anyway, but I like the idea that she has become better at deductions than he ever has been, just because she's, like, mimicked the way that he tells his stories, and she just uses a lot more reasoning in it, and logic and reasoning, than he does. I'm saying she's a genius. Well, was it a winner? Were my deductions correct? They were spot on. That was amazing, Iris. Truly a great deduction. Oh, you even managed to discern something of Mr. Sholmes' delivery. Oh, well, I was just copying Hurley's style for that. This is very, very good news. God, my voice really hurts now. All right, Hannah, let's do business. All right, what do you want, Lily? No, you cannot have my titties. They're attached to me. I want my back broken. Message received. What am I doing? Have you stretched it out? What part of your back hurts? That's my question. I mean, I like them attached to you, Uwu. Thank you. I like them where they are. What part of your back is hurting? Hello, phone. You could tell us all about the case involving the Japanese man. You will, won't you, Iris, please? So, there's one point in my upper back that hurts if I walk a lot. If you walk a lot? I need that point fucking annihilated, please. Hurts if you walk. In your upper back? My name is Sean. Hi, Bert. Hi, Sean. How's it going? I was gonna suggest maybe a stretch you could do, but now I have no idea. A lot of my pain is in my lower back, not in my upper back. If I have any upper back, it's more in my shoulders than it is in my, like, you know, like in between or anything. Hi, my name is Sean. Hi, Bert. Hello, Hannah. Me when I meet new people. So yesterday, Mr. Sholmes apprehended a Japanese man, you were saying. Have you been, Sean? How's life? Are you winning? Riley had just arrived back in London after his sea voyage, but the police were waiting for him at the railway station to take him directly to the crime scene. Ah, the great detective is a popular man, it seems.
Apparently a woman was stabbed on a quiet street somewhere in town. There were witnesses who had seen a short, shifty-looking, stooped man running away from the scene.
A short, shifty-looking, stooped man. Mr. Natsume beyond any doubt. Sure. Sean, I'm gonna steal your bread. It's weird being addressed by my actual name. I'll be honest, so much time has passed since I heard your first name, I had forgotten it until you said it. Like, when was the last time you openly acknowledged that to me in any sort of device or anything? Like, I literally cannot remember. It's been so long. I think you forgot my name all the time. That's not true. Don't say that. We almost met eye to eye. We walked in the same shop, albeit at different times, all right? It was friendship from afar, okay? You know, like that painting where they're like almost touching? That's us. What was that, God and Moses or something? Who knows? You can be God. I don't want to be them. Literally 30 minutes apart. I know! It fucking hurts, man. We were this close. That's not true, Simon. She doesn't hate you, Sam. Just keep calling you different names that start with S. Oh, that would hurt me. Oh my god. I'd have to bring up a a list of names. I'd run out of names eventually. Really? Sorry, this voice is already hurting me quite a bit. I didn't think it was gonna hurt me so much. Actually, my name is... I can't think of another name. She knows you're a real Scot. You know, I really do think he could pull off Scot pretty nicely, you know? He'd be like, by Scott! He's done it again! He managed to make another painting, another 3D project. By Scott! That's our man. Okay.
Hurley used his great deductive powers to determine the man's address. There was a lodging room very nearby. He went directly there with the police, and what did they find? A short, shifty-looking, stooped man shivering in fear.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes' great deduction certainly hit the mark that time. Of course it did. He's a great detective. Still, that means the incident occurred only 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow is too soon for the trial, isn't it?
Definitely.
We have no time to investigate properly.
Hurley says that London is rife with crime.
Oh.
Scotland Yard is doing its best, but they can't stay on top of it, apparently.
Oh dear, I hadn't realized this situation was so dire. And which area should I go to in Silksong? No one actually say an area. She hasn't played the game. North? Go north. Go to that blue area. That's definitely north. That's where you want to go. Please, please never call me Scott again. Traumatized. My middle name is Michael. Usually spelled Michael, but my mom got it wrong on the birth certificate. Ah, yes. Don't worry. No, what do you mean? The first Michael is the correct Michael. The second one's not the correct Michael. Wait, no, is it? Wait, shit, fuck. Actually, I don't know. I thought the first one was correct. You know, I'm sure everyone fucks it up sometimes. Okay, Han, thank you. California. California is in Silksong.
That's why they can't afford to spend too much time investigating cases and trying the criminals in court. Staff and money are both short. Crimes are usually pinned on the first suspicious person.
That's terrible. Why not Shane? No, don't do that. Maybe I got it wrong. I don't know how to spell my own name. It's okay, buddy. I am clean. Cleanliness.
Good job! I'm proud of you. Good. Well done for being clean.
Alright. I need to stop doing these high-pitched voices. Don't worry, she'll be off the screen soon. Alright, are we done here? Thank you for answering questions. It was very good. Oh, she's doing that ooh-woo.
Oh, you're most welcome. I've had so much fun.
You happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is at the moment? As you guessed, would like to ask him some questions about the case.
Well, I expect Hurley is still investigating the scene.
Of the case involving Mr. Matsume, you mean?
Yes, Mr. Nuts. Oh, May?
Oh. She's gonna call him Mr. Nuts from here on out. Nats. At least call him Nat.
Hurley said he was going to the man's lodgings. If you leave now, you'll probably catch him there.
Iris, do you know where those lodgings are?
Well, I imagine the police are still investigating the scene of the crime themselves, aren't they? Did you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson when you were there?
Yeah, we know the inspector.
Oh, goody. In that case, give Gregsy this from me, would you?
Oh no.
If you do that, I'm sure he'll tell you what you want to know.
What is this?
A bribe!
A 5-shilling piece and a postcard, it seems. Oh, because he's like sweet on girls, right? Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that that won't be a problem. Gosh, we'll make that— yeah, literally a bribe. Literally a bribe. Oh, okay. Music changed. Someone run a D&D campaign. I want to be a player. It's a lot of work.
I'll be making more special blends of tea, so come back soon.
Would be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, it's time to go. It's time to go back to the scene of the crime. Something. I'm also clean. I just had a shower. I used soap all over my body. I also used some conditioner in my hair, and then I dried it off with some scented soap, and then I dried myself and used talcum powder on my bits to prevent chafing. Too much info? Maybe. Is it butter? Real butter? Nope. Okay. What is happening? Why is the screen flashing? I'm not okay with this.
Lockdown.
So, somewhat dubious that they would exert any influence over the men of Scotland Yard at all, we headed back to the scene with Iris's curious note and one of the world's heaviest silver coins in hand. It's okay, Han. I'll help you plan the sessions and the world and the NPCs and the oh no, I'm the DM again! I wanna go to bed. I mean, no, it's only 40 minutes into stream. Shh, I'm sorry. I might be over this game a tad. I'm like, chat's more interesting than this game right now. I'm also gonna ruin my voice.
The 2:38 p.m. Now everybody has Issun's voice. It looks as though the police are still here, carrying on with their investigations. Perfect. So let's find Inspector as quickly as possible. Oh, yes. Let's see if he'll take a break from his chips and look at the silver tip Iris gave us for him. Please, Gregson, have you ever considered giving me your tip? I mean, I'm giving you my tip. It's money. It's definitely not anything else, I promise.
Hi, Inspector Gregson. Do you have a moment? I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry to say I don't. I'm a very busy man. We have these for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson. What? For me? From her ladyship. Ladyship. Her ladyship? Give that here at once. Come on, hand it over. That's for me. That's a silver coin, obviously. It's a lot more than that. It's an appearance fee. That's what that is. An appearance fee? Oh, I see you mean. That's right. For the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, her ladyship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me. Every time. That's really nice. Of course, I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly. Of course, using my name without my say-so makes me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still. I'm sorry, Inspector, that must be hard for you. Never you mind that. So, what do you want to know, Ed? the little knife-wielding mustache Japanese fella. He lives in a right old hovel. It's just over there, look. Oh look, it's the door we pointed at before, and I totally could have just fucking gone into it earlier, but I had to go through all of this trouble just to go through a door. Make sure you give her ladyship my regards here. I mean, you tell her that Gregson sends his very best. I'm so sleepy. A little more Monster Hunter. Yeah, Monster Hunter. This Attorney General game would be more fun as a roguelike. As a roguelike. And maybe you play like a small bug. And maybe the world is like filled with bugs. And then like maybe there's this like weird orangey type of infection that like goes over the entire world. Oh my god, and everything's secretly underground. Oh wait! Wait a second, I think I know what I'm describing. Balatro. Oh my god. I need more water. Animo! Oh my god. God, I love you. I love you too! I'm always happy we can have these little jokes. Alright. Keep going. Bye bye. Long live her ladyship. Why does he also have a sword? Very suspicious, I do say so myself. May I help you? Oh yeah, well, this would be the residence of Gurub. Indeed it would be, sir. Who may I say is calling? My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I am, This Nara is representing Mr. Saseki Natsume. I believe he takes lodgings here. Is this his girl? Very much like to ask him some questions about our client. One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garabdib. What is it backwards? Bed... Dirag. Beddirag? Do you see that, Mr. Sato? That was a real-life English maid. I know. As I understand it, anyone of standing in English society employs a number of household staff. It was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, the state keeps getting better. Okay. I'm sorry, didn't we come here because this was the guy's place? Can I inspect anything yet, or do you want me to talk to you first? What of them? Oh. Good day to you. John Garadeb at your service. Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. He is a defense lawyer. Do excuse me for not getting up. Took a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of my wand, don't you know? Earned a medal for my parents, but had to withdraw from service. Handed over the reins to the up-and-comings. So he's a retired soldier. It's a hell of a job getting up and downstairs, I can tell you. Don't get out much as you can imagine. Yes, it is quite a climb up here from the second floor, isn't it? I was panting at the top stair. You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruhodo. Ugh. Do you think so? Well, no doubt you were very courageous to earn a medal. Oh, it was nothing. The medal's just a folderol. Folderol? Really? Wouldn't you like to offend the general, though? So I begrudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joe? Let these good people see it properly. Joan, fetch the... No! Dash it all, women, be careful! Oh dear me, I do beg your pardon, sir. You jolly near took the skin off my hand. I shall be more careful, sir. So anyway, there you have it. Living the quiet life now. Yeah, I see. I'll stop yawning one of these days. Oh, then I want you to... Okay. Please let me look for myself. What are you? No, that's your tea. Don't put your... Oh. Forged an alliance with the Empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you're aware. So the case is very much in the public eye, as it were. Oh, is it? No. Even had some famous detective poking around, you know, in this old house, would you believe? Could have been, didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea, all that detective business. Anyway, the chap's investigating the dude's room as we speak. So he's in Saseki's room. It's a ballet nuisance is what it is. The whole neighborhood's twitching its curtains now. I don't like all the fuss. It's jolly unsettling. Okay. Okay, I might click through some of this. I already have like strained my voice. That's the annoying thing. And I'm like not even an hour into stream. So we moved in recently. 2 lodges most of the time, one on the ground floor and the one just below us. Okay. Whoa! That it was a shady sort from the moment I set eyes on him. Oh, why? He seemed to have a most nervous disposition, always shaking and looking over his shoulder. The man had shady written all over his sweaty, soaked brow, if you ask me. I said to myself, Joan, that man is trouble. Sooner or later, he's going to do something untoward. I'm rarely wrong about anything. We won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure. How do you know? These two are probably the witnesses. Yes, there was indeed. She's dying to tell us. Oh my word, yes, the man was shadier than an orchard. Nice. Could you elaborate? Well, take the man's room. Absolutely stuffed full of books it is, more than anyone could ever read. And he never so much as passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. It's stuff like this where you sit there and you're like, let the person enjoy their life, okay? Like, sure, I don't leave the house other than for work, but like, that's not a bad thing. I'm just doing my own thing. He just trots off to that old bookshelf every single day and comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. The funny little man is up long past the time everyone else in the house has gone to bed too. Oh, I see. The judge bill on the ground floor goes to bed at around 9 each night. But I've never known that Japanese fellow to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning. What are you doing awake at 2 in the morning? How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine? Oh. I'd understand that neither of the lodges live on this floor of the house, is that correct? That's right, yes, they're both below us on the first floor and street level. Then, how is it you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? The precise time that they come back in the evening, for example, even the times they go to bed. Oh! Good grief, Joan. Be more careful. So obviously she did the crime. Incident took around 5 in the afternoon. Did you happen to look out the window at around that time? The window. Yes, we noticed the window over there looks out over Briar Road. Incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby? I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joan? No, sir. It would have been dusk outside already at the hour, and with the fog as well. I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road. Oh, I see. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary then? Such as... anything at all, even if it seems unrelated. Oh, well... Was there something? It's nothing particularly significant, but around that time, sort of time is... For the love of God, Joan, watch what you're doing. Do me more careful. Is this like... If I may, Mr. Nauder Holler? So close. Yeah? I have an exceedingly good memory. As far as I remember, nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all. That's interesting. When you were talking before, it sounded rather like there might have been. Oh, well, it's just, it was a trifling matter. Nothing. Joan, you're suspicious as fuck. Yes, quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to a quite uneventful meal. Joan? That's right, Mr. Garadeb. Sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident, but what? Well, we know there's a banged tire in the bottom of the place, but yeah. Before we do this, before we continue, can I investigate anything else in this room? Okay, books. They use a cannon as a drying rack? What the fuck, man? Alright. Did we figure out who burned the omnibus and is Irish guy dead? Ugh, no. I said this at the start of stream because Aelin asked the exact same question. So, we saw the cutscene where the guy, theoretically, McGilded died. Okay? We saw, burning inside of the omnibus. And it just cut away, and then the next day, sorry, pardon, the next day, the, like, head lawyer guy that's in London was like, oh, you don't need to worry about that anymore. And we're like, what do you mean? He's dead. He didn't get, like, justice. Like, we don't know if he was innocent or not. And it's like, well, it doesn't matter now because he's dead. And, which I didn't really believe because what they said... No, you joined after. You're so fine, Lily. I was just clarifying that I'm, like, not upset about it. I mean, I am upset about it, because I'm like, I wanted to follow that thread, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh my god, like, more intrigue. Let me investigate the crime. Who's gonna be accused of the crime? Do I get to defend them? Like, what? Like, I want to know what's going on. I really do. We might find out in the next case for all we know. So the sooner we get through this one, the better. Because this is... I guaranteed all of this is going to get a lot more interesting by the time we get to the last case. Anyway, but it was just so suspicious because they were like, oh yeah, they pulled the charred corpse and you know, figured out it was Mr. McGilded. And I'm sitting there like, no, that's not how charred corpses work. How do they know they didn't find something else, which is like another person that has a similar body type to Mr. McGilded, put him in some clothing and locked him in there, and he's faked his death. I reckon he's faked his death, okay? That guy, we've not seen the last of him. He is coming back, all right? That's my bet. Very suspicious. His hat was completely untouched by the fire. That's how they knew. Right. Was it? How do you remember that? Wait, 2 cakes with your tea? That's at least 10 cakes on his cake stand. That's so much cake. Oh, I want to eat cake now. Maybe I should just go to my workplace as a customer tomorrow. That's a lot of cup. Look at it, it looks so good. I should make some scones. Oh, I should make some scones. I could make some scones. Oh, but I can't have cream. Oh wait, no, there is lactose-free cream. Gonna set someone on fire. This quest is fucked. You got this stuffed. I'm very excited to do it this weekend. I just realized, why is the carpet burned away just here? Isn't it? Oh, they set fire to it. Oh. Okay, so on the night, I'm reckoning they dropped this and they set the place on fire. Must have been delivered. It certainly seems like someone's trying to hide something from view. What could it be, I wonder? We're gonna have a very quick look. It's just a peek. Maybe let's not. Oh, I don't know that. Just joking that his hat is so powerful it survived. Yes, that's definitely how it works. That's his name. You know, that's closer than anyone else has gone to. And so why not? It's just another one flight of stairs. Alright, so this place already set on fire. It's a shame I didn't get any point of reference or item to add to my court record so I could present it as evidence to try and get them to talk about it, but that's fine. We can just ignore the candle on the floor that obviously is a round of burnt patch of your carpet. Goodbye, strange people. Goodbye. Man. Seeing so many places. Really help if I did have a dedicated hunt party. That's probably fair. Leaving up to randos is just don't do it. That's my opinion. That's why I never play by myself. Cat! Just look at this place. And smell it, it's so musty in here. I suppose it's the mountain of old books that are responsible for that. Is he buying these or is he borrowing them? And shouldn't he return them? Poor guy. I don't think I've ever seen so many books in all my life. No, me neither. Have you never been in a library? It's so dark in here too. Is that the window over there? Oh, it was the window, I think. Yes. Once upon a time. For some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. So this is where Mr. Natsume lived. By the way, haven't spotted Mr. Sholmes anywhere, have you? No, that's true. Great Detective should be around here somewhere. He's gonna be in a pile of books somewhere. Or just off the screen over here. Cat! Slay. Bye-bye, cat. Oh my, what an adorable little cat. Perhaps he's looking after all the books while his master is away. I don't know about that. He disappeared into the pile of books as quick as a flash. It was a tricolored Mickey, wasn't it? Do they even have that sort of cat here in Great Britain? Perhaps Mr. Natsume brought the little creature with him from Japan. That made me feel homesick now. Already? I haven't been in the country for 2 days. Yeah, but it's been like took 2 months just to get here. It was like 52 days. 52 days, thank you. The mountain books on outside. But surrounded on all sides by these towering old tomes, surely he... This just looks like that place that, Gandalf goes to at the... in the first movie of Lord of the Rings. In the Fellowship of the Ring. He goes to this room and there's just, like, towering books. A receipt from a second-hand shop. Your books. Oh yes, Mr. Natsume's name is on it. Look, and the date of purchase. 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m. That's the day of the incident. It's just a short while before he was embroiled in a terrible attack. Nice. So when did the guy die? Guess we'll find out. So reading is an experience that comes but once in a lifetime, just as the tea ceremony teaches us. Certainly didn't expect the conversation to turn down the path of tea ceremony philosophy. Weirdly enough, I know a little bit about that. It's weird what games teach you these days. Did the kitty have a secret exit? No, it just said it disappeared into the books. Would you even call this a window? Yes. I think so. It was a window at one point, after all. Though, all that remains is a frame around some bricks. It's really just a wall then, isn't it? Why would anyone deliberately break it up like that? I'm afraid I have no idea. Ah, perhaps Mr. Natsume painted the brick design in a fit of whimsy. Ugh, that's alarmingly feasible. Anyway, what if the reason the lack of ventilation in here makes the place feel oppressive? Yeah, but do you want to freeze to death if your window breaks? Imagine being cooped up in a place like this would be extremely trying. It's so funny. I was like visually aware of just how much I went from, oi mate, what do you think you're doing? Do you really want to be cooped? Do you really want to freeze to death? And then like switching back to Sasato that's just like, I don't know what's going on. Just really, you know, I sound like an Australian sometimes, I promise. Anything? Obviously this, but I want to look at the cat first. Oh, look, it's a beckoning cat from home. It's a bit big and bulky, isn't it? Surely Mr. Natsume didn't bring that Maneko all the way from Japan, did he? I hardly think you're in position to comment, Mr. Naruhodo. Are you forgetting the enormous Daruma doll that you brought in your luggage? Well, it can be dangerous traveling abroad. I wanted a lucky charm. I imagine Mr. Natsume wanted the same, and this cat is sure to be beckon good luck to him. Not really. Appears to be some sort of meter on the wall. Looks very robust. I thought it was a lock, but meter might make more sense. Slot for inserting coins here, too. Ah, I believe that is a gas meter, Mr. Naruhodo. A gas meter? Yes, it seems there is a piped gas in this district where consumers pay by putting coins in the meter. So if we were to put a coin in the slot, that would be enough gas to use the lights in the gas fire for the whole night. Oof. So if you're too poor to have coin, you have to spend the night in the dark and freezing cold? That's right, as would a rich man who only carried crisp white notes. Brr. London is a scary place. Okay. This button. There he is! Fucking jump scare McGee, let's go! Ah, look, Mr. Naruhodo. He looks very comfy, very serene in that. Aha, there he is. Where did he appear from? He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book. Hope you won't mind if we disturb him. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, you two. Good day. For a second, I didn't remember his voice, and my brain was like, don't worry, I know. Now, let me see. Where was it that we met? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, we were together on the SS Burya. Yes, of course, the Burya. And let me see, what happened on that voyage? It was Kazuma Osogi. He died tragically, but you were a great help to us. Ah, yes, but of course, the case of Mr. Osogi. It was the one with the snake, wasn't it? Oh. Well, you seem to remember something of it, at least. What an honor to be remembered vaguely by the great Herlock Sholmes. This is Mr. No, no, no. My dear madam, hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic. Okay, wait for it. Miss Naruhodo, and Mr. Susato. You know what? He remembered the names, just got the person mixed around, and honestly, respect, man. Good job. I'm so proud. Try the other way around, Mr. Sholmes. I lose the first round. What a silly guy.
What a silly guy.
In truth, I had hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London, but some Scotland Yarders ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away to a crime scene. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes. So they apprehended Soseki-san in that short an amount of time? I'm afraid the pursuance of a new case has dulled my recollection of my past involvements a little. A little? Me? It is a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls and can distend to any extent. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they should elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are my own words of inimitable wisdom, you know, from an adventure entitled A Study in Scarlet. Still a good one. I really should just sit down and read all of Sherlock Holmes now. I never read a lot of it, but I read enough of it to appreciate it, which didn't take much. The way it's written is just amazing. Please, there's no need to quote yourself. I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately my associate pens them beautifully. He means Iris, I suppose.
Mr. Sholmes, we have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned.
Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madam, I should be only too pleased, and this murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case. Aight, mate. Let me just double check real quick that we examined everything. I think we did, but just wanted to just double check. Just a lot of it is books. Books, and more books, and this poor Blanky, poor guy. Man deserves more. Converse. You know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Soseki Natsume. Seems you assisted the arrest of Mr. Sholmes for stabbing a young lady outside here on the Briar Road. Yes, I believe a name along those lines.
But Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little?
I'm sorry, Miss Susato, but I have not the slightest idea what you mean.
What?
I assure you, I'm not merely feigning ignorance. It would appear as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension. Oh, how? I assure you I had no recollection of accusing your stooped compatriot of the crime. That doesn't make sense. The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request of me, and I quote verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene. Ah, a man seen fleeing. There were a number of books scattered on the pavement at the scene. From the book plates, I quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they had been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this place. Elementary, wouldn't you say? I believe there is a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question. Oh, God. Sigh. Sorry, I'm preparing for my dramatic sigh competition. Very good, Lily. Very good. I think you can do better. I reckon you could really elongate out that sigh, you know? Okay. Do you think Mr. Natsume is the culprit then? Is that I could not tell you. But it was aggravating my faculties, hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books, I found myself quite lost in bibliophilia. Bibliophilia. I don't know. Do not be deceived into believing that I am a man of leisure. No, no, no. No, no. Sorry. Okay. You keep practicing.
Oh dear.
Tell me. Have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings? Yep, Gara Deb, retired military man.
It was the first time I met a soldier from the great British institution that is the services.
It's the first time I've ever seen a maid from the Great British Institute that is service. I didn't think it was that funny. I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid.
Yes, I read as much of my Great Britain primer.
And so, conversely, whether or not a household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standing of those dwelling therein. Betoken the social standing? Put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that. In the upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family.
Goodness, how extraordinary.
As you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundaries between the middle and lower class, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance. I had no idea. And it is for precisely that reason that I find great stimulation in the situation upstairs, specifically in the retired army veteran, Mr. John Garadeb. Oh? Sigh! Wow, look at her go! Man, isn't she cool? Where does she get all those eyes? She does have the prettiest eyes. Affable as he is, the fellow is hiding something. Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of this case, I am as yet unable to ascertain. I thoroughly lost on what he means to say. He's just using fancy words, you're fine. This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man whose lot is to dwell in a place such as this will stab someone sooner or later.
Mr. Natsume has stabbed no one.
Ah, but sooner or later, as I said.
I don't believe that's the issue here.
About this dark little room. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea? No window. Well, I mean, you can clearly see there's a window of sorts. But it's been completely blocked with bricks. Ah, I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax. Window tax? What is that?
Surely not a tax on windows.
Precisely that. Is this really a thing? What did you do, Britain? Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in the country by the number of their windows. Those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home, perhaps rapidly closed windows up, while the rich opened windows here and there and everywhere, in an effort to curry favor with those in power by furnishing them with a large sum of tax money.
How awful and unjust, forcing people to live in homes devoid of light.
Indeed, disease was rife as a result. What? So some 40 years ago, or thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. But its legacy remains, as you can see, in squalid lodgings such as these, for example. Is that true? Suppose Mr. Natsume stipend for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps. It would appear so. I've done a little digging, and discovered that these lodgings were offered at an extraordinarily low price.
Because the room is so awful, I should think.
Apparently, Mr. Natsume only moved in here about 1 week ago? Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation. Still, that is little relevance here, a matter not worthy of further attention. Huh? What? Huh? Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law? Remember that, did you? Will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it? I'm not sure. No, stop don't stop fluffing around. I congratulate you, sir, on your ambition realized, and so promptly, too. The thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients, to trust in their innocence? Yes, trust. Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he? My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea. Oh, but that's why you were here. Didn't you come back? Ah, yes, that was indeed my initial intention. But there are simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them. Oh, I see. Nevertheless, there are two facts that I can state quite unequivocally. I love him. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room, and there are witnesses who swear to have seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. And there's one more thing.
Oh, what is it?
I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to the case, but I am quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something. Anyway, at present, there's really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case.
As yet, our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsume's innocence.
No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probed a little deeper into Garadev's secret. Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be of relevance or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo. Busy man indeed. He's going back to his book in the corner of the room. You'd think there'd be something interesting in this fucking briefcase. Okay. I think I remember that people would brick up- oh, it's bricked up windows in the background. What? But yeah, as far as I remember, window text was a thing. Shit, man. That's crazy. Alright, Mr. Garadeb. Ah, you paragon. Tell me, was the Detective Chabberfigur's name still working hard down there? All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid. He's in his element down there. Jolly good show. Another cup of tea, if you please, Joan. Now then, why don't you tell me what? Whoa. For the umpteenth time, woman, will you watch what you're bally well doing?
Shall be serving dinner shortly, sir.
Oh, yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave if you'd be so kind.
Oh yes, of course. We're deeply grateful for your assistance.
Not at all, not at all. Don't get much chance to talk with young people like yourself. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you could see yourselves out. What do you mean? Yep, I fucking knew it. I was like, he's gonna be in here. What's he doing over there? He's fucking so suspicious. Mr. Sholmes! Aha! We meet again, my dear fellows. Good gracious, when did you sneak in here? Herlock Sholmes, sir, at your service. Whatever were you doing by the window? I am given to watching the evening sky at the sunsets, madam. Yet sadly cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is, it lacks an aptitude for such observation. So I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner of space by the window up here. Well, keeping an eye to one's window at dusk is the prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering. Ah, and one other thing, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, me? I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain great detective's great mind. Okay. He's gonna do it. Do it! There is a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles. I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, I am. This is just, there's just enough time for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let us conclude the matter before dark. Yay! Fort Arkveld by myself, no fence, and I'm calling for the night. Good plan. Well done, Aelin. What a big guy. Though it would seem you're a military man of considerably distinguished service. Your standing as a landlord is most certainly not what one might call first-rate. Wait, we don't have the whole cutscene? I'm afraid, sir, that is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I've been able to draw by a careful observation of your living arrangements. I beg your pardon. The first is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a ferocious beast in your care. And the second is that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you.
Mr. Naruhodo, look. Old maid's broken out in a cold sweat. Wait, it's not doing the whole cutscene? I wanted to see the whole cutscene.
How could you possibly? How could I possibly know? You mean to inquire? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For in the dense jungle of the logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts. Oh, he's so cute. Duh. And I know only too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Herlock Sholmes is proud to present the Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. Yes, finally! The game is afoot. The game is a hand. The game is a tooth. The nature of the beast. It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see. Oh shit, that's a lot of broken stuff. How did we not see that? That fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these four walls. Thus, we are faced with the question, what form might this beast take? Ah, man of military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Your furtive glance leads us to the answer. True nature of the beast has run from our... What? The lion statue. Yes, though in our end you appear unimposing at best. A fact that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts. What is this, Piffle, I ask you? In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house. What? Oh, he has a mark on the side of his face, too. Yet, living with such a wild beast proves more difficult than you had imagined. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in your room. The beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to, madam? Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me that one glance in your direction...
It is.
Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. From treating from it, a handbill advertising a circus show. Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Garadub, at Batty's Circus. So funny. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe. I most certainly did not. I believe I have made my point. What a fucking idiot. The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lion prancing jubilantly through a ring of fire. Sure, buddy. Could just be the cat from downstairs. Why do they have a candle when the gas leading in a lion? They're poor as shit. Probably. That's a good point. Why would they keep the window tax if they're poor? They're just trying to remain upper class. It is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in that blithe pose, the distress has caused you in veritable tangible. Your head weighs heavily on your shoulders. The pain you must feel was revealed by that supporting arm. Amid fits of tears, you let go of your beloved beast. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage. Nonsense, man. I simply... But that we must now ask ourselves is the true cause of this pain. And we only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answers. I love the one eye. Yes, it is the pile of bills that has given rise to the pain of your suffering. A cart load of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on the financial circumstances of your household. And so you had no choice but to let it go. Well, you... Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there. Ignore the candle on the floor. Very expensive woodland carpet, if I'm not mistaken. Oh dearie me. What could have caused such a destructive outburst? This time, madam, I'm afraid it's you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. You're wondering I settled upon the answer very neatly. No, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we only look at the Tower of Cakes. No, there's something behind the thing. He's so close sometimes. There is no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an insatiable appetite. Was it or was it not once said by a certain nobleman, if they have no bread, let them eat cake? Oh no. Don't bring Antoinette into this, it's not a good idea. Void is at the heart of all tragedy, in fact. Whatever do you mean? Having tired of the cake, taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not spell out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast. There is only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. I was wondering where this was going. And it's better than I could possibly imagine. Oh, it's so stupid. Okay. The teeth marks in the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lion I once saw in India. No, it's on fire. It's on fire. The place got set on fire. You fucking idiot. Let them eat today's sponsor, fresh food. God damn it. Why wants to tell them there aren't lions in India? So who wants to tell them there aren't lions in India? That's a good point. Look at the expressions. Oh, what is the matter with you, Joan? You're pouring scalding hot tea all over me. My deductions are startlingly sharp. It stands to reason that your cup runneth over. Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times too. You're a fucking idiot. Alright, keep going. I agree. If it wasn't a lion, the annoying thing is that he's like, the lion... Wait, did they actually tell him that... No doubt the former military man held his own against the beast using that large cannon. Okay. I was gonna say, why, if it was like really hungry and in a frenzy, wouldn't it eat them and not the carpet? What about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing. But I don't believe I've ever heard of a lion that drinks tea. Ah, my dear Susato, it occurs to me with some regularity that, irrespective of race and breeding, whenever anyone lands on great British soil, oh no, they are infused with highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea. That's called just getting used to the culture of a place. If I went to a place where they always wake up at 6 to have like a morning tea and a dawn tea, I would also do that. Because everyone else is doing it. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's time to shine. A slight massage. Yeah, massage him, let's go. Okay. It's too damn hot. How is that possible? Isn't the air conditioning on? Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sherms. So silly. Pardon. This is honestly the funnest part of the game, and I'm so disappointed that this is the only part. I've only gotten the chance to do this twice. It's literally devastating. Okay, not the lion, obviously. Oh, a picture. He's married to her? Oh, it's his daughter. What is this photograph? Appears to be from Mr. Garadeb's wedding. Okay. I thought maybe it was a daughter. Like a really large child for a second.
Looks very happy, doesn't he?
He does, but you can't make out his bride.
No, how unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face.
The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by the lion. What really caused the damage in this room? I mean, this is the only thing that makes sense. Take that! Okay. Newlywed bride. The true nature of the beast has run rampant here is revealed by the newlywed bride. Precisely, Mr. Naruhodo. No other explanation could possibly fit. Yes, this framed print picture of your wife, Mr. Garadeb. And while we lament the fact that her face is obscured, we can still make out her mighty arms and note the considerable horsepower they must contain. Sure. Indeed, surely any woman of such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast. Honored might be a stretching point. Too late, the fact remains that the beast which so clearly savaged this room was your wife, Mr. Garadeb. The chilling traces of a wild rampage is still very much in evidence. Well, as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Me. Pray do not consider me. Okay, yeah, we said it. Shouldn't it just be her?
Poor fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself.
Well, I don't know about fragile.
Oh dear.
It's just her. What do you mean? Is there anything else that could be possibly said? And he's been slapped too. Is there anything else I can say other than maid? I don't think I can. Sorry, I'm just making sure we're checking all angles, you know? Sometimes the weirdest stuff happens. I don't think so. I mean... Take that! What? Sorry, what? Why? I thought that made sense. Shut the fuck up, Sholmes. I told you there was gonna be something else here. Maybe it's a poker. Maybe it's there's a fire poker or something behind her. There's also the sword. Is there a fire poker? Does anyone see it? I thought the maid made sense. Teapot is an option? Wait, what was the question again? Show me the question. Where is she? Your address book gives us a handsome clue as to where the beast's current whereabouts is. Her? She's in the cannon! That'd be so funny. It's just a whole woman in the cannon. Is it the teapot? Why would the teapot be a clue? Well, there's nothing else I can click on as far as I can see. Take that! Try that. Okay. There's something else here that I... An old Arabian tale about a genie. I love it. Okay, I should probably save in case I have to like redo all of this. Where else is there information in this scene? Okay, hold on, let me save. I can't save, cool. Alright, that's fine, I don't need to. Wood. Made? Did that say anything else? Nope. Made teapot. That was not, this didn't light up. Hey, da.
It's Mrs. Potts.
Mrs. Potts. I don't know, man.
Are they just stuck in position?
So I'm trying to find, so it's like, how do I explain it? I just have to find something. It gives me like a pivotal point, and I'm trying to find something that's like off the screen or around her, and I cannot find it for the life of me.
That's not right.
It isn't her.
No, I know that. But there's something around her that's not right.
It's like there is like an item that when highlighted it will come up with a word. And I have done teapot and I have done maid.
Well,
So I'm trying to
if you
figure out what
look
else is
up,
here.
There's a medal that's off center there.
What do you mean?
Off sentimental.
Oh, no, that's not permanent. Again, it's like, oh, it's in the background, so it doesn't count. So I have like hovered over.
Foreground.
I don't
Try
know.
the pipe. The pip.
The cannon.
No, the pipe the guy's holding.
I tried that. Yeah, I know, right? Nothing. That's what I mean. They were like, the woman has something that is suspicious.
The back of her head.
I know! That's what I keep thinking. Blank gives us a handsome clue as to where the beast's whereabout is.
We're looking for a beast?
It's not actually a beast, it's his wife who may be abusive, which I'm pretty sure was just her, but it says pocket. But I've already, the pocket was what was initially highlighted. Maybe there's something else in the pocket.
Take that! Sure. He's like, I know. I knew this
I
all
know, I
along."
know, what the fuck is happening?
So
I'm-
is this your character? Or?
Yeah, I'm not a hodom. I'm just gonna save in case I fuck this up and I have to do it again, because I don't want to do it again. Hello, what's up?
I have something funny to tell you.
Yeah,
So, you know how my friend is going through audit at the moment?
yes.
He told me that I saved his ass.
How? You haven't worked there in almost over a year.
Yeah, so he was looking, the auditors asked to look at the APO, ARO stuff. And he was like, I just showed them the stuff that you did before you left, and they seemed very satisfied.
That's so funny.
Oh my god, I should get a better pair of
You're on it, Estanium.
Take that!
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I had to look for a wedding ring. I couldn't just be like, it's her. I had to find proof that it was her.
That
Okay.
could be any kind of ring.
I know, that's a pretty shitty looking wedding ring. I'll say it. Okay, well. Good job, Adara.
So
You're
funny.
still amazing.
I'm still making waves.
You're still making waves after leaving a company.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're winning.
I leave an impression.
Yep.
A lasting impression.
A lasting impression.
It has been 10 months.
Wow. Wow. I'm like, yeah, that's almost, yeah, in the middle of April. Yeah.
10 months?
Ugh. I love you, Adara. You're so cool.
I told him, it sounds like I did more audit prep than Jody did.
I love it. Okay. Love you. Have fun. Oh my god, that's crazy. That flowery band gleaming on your hand gives you a whip. Oh my god. Oh, that's why I thought it was a pour. I'm such a fucking idiot. I thought it was a pour, not a ring. How the fuck was I supposed to figure that out? Okay, whatever. In other words, you are no ordinary housemaid. No. You are Mr. Garadub's lucky bride. You are Mrs. Garadub herself. What? Alright, cool. So, what's up then? Well, sorry, fine detectives. As you rightly surmise, this is the wife. Yes, my chick. Rather let herself go, you might say, but she was a ballet caught her back. Ah! It would appear that you don't live in the most comfortable of circumstances. After all, you are a retired army man, and yet you are in the business of renting out rooms. I would assume, therefore, you are insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct? Store right, I tell you. I was second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment, a man at his pride, don't you know? By golly, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ. Yes, here in London one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff at all. Though in my considered opinion, such concerns about appearances are a folly. You mean Mr. Garadub has his wife work as his maid? Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Garadub? Okay, what is the point of all of this? But listen here, this must remain a secret. Tip-top secret, please. A raging wife of Mr. Garadub. Okay. Wait, that's not a pour? Thank you, Lily! Wait, did I miss Star? You did. She was here, and she vanished. Very quickly. Sorry, Aylin, I didn't see your message. I'm sure she knows it in her heart. It is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. The wife. Indeed, and that... And the... No, he got slapped.
Take that!
Got a solid hand to make that much of a mark on his face. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel being revealed by that slapped cheek. And of course, the deliverer of that impressive mark on your cheek refuses to fade. Was you, Madame Joan Garadub? Well, yes. You have been desperate to hide that slap mark on your cheek, sir. I like it has a whole crescent-shaped face. How the blazes? How did you work that out, man? I mean, we could see it, but that's fine. Nothing escapes the notice of one trained in the art of observation, my dear friend. That's why you haven't looked directly at us even once. To keep your other side from view. Well, Now, why were you subjected to such a harsh slap? We must ask ourselves what caused Madame Garadub to fly into a rage. Okay, this was wrong. Didn't Mr. Shum say the bills were all for lion fodder? Yes, but now we've established the lion never existed, which can only mean that the thing responsible for gobbling up all that food was Mr. Garadub's wife. She's a person, not a thing. Yes, well, she's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap around the face. Why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder? I mean, the bills still argues, why does the bill not count for anything? What precipitated the slap? That reminds me, I can inspect something first, can't I? I can inspect- oh. Okay, I forgot I could inspect shit before I could click it. That's so funny. Okay, someone must be reading this book at the moment. There's a bookmark here. Oh no. Oh no. Mr. Garradep is an avid reader. Why does that look like similar to the other thing we got? Oh, wait a minute. Don't think this is a bookmark. It's a note written in a woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Look next to the signature here. Lip marks. What's his name, James? What was his name? I guess it's this then.
Take that!
Oh, alright. Where was it? Yes, it is this love note that has given rise to the pain that you suffer. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Passionate indeed. Perhaps the sender of this note to certain Miss Mary is the fly in the ointment here, which gives her a motive for the person who died. We don't know who the murderer was, oh no, we don't know who was stabbed yet, do we? I mean, I'm just saying, it makes sense that that these two are secretly the witnesses to the crime. And she wanted to knock off Mary. We just need to figure out who Mary, we just need to find out that the person is a Mary. Oh. I don't know the ballet woman. You don't know her. That note wasn't written to me. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got there. It was just in there, you say. That's right, that's what I've been saying. Ah! Likely story. Now listen, Joan, old thing. Explained it at the time. Put this book at the second-hand place. That note must have already been in there. So the previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmark. I mean, that's right, that's what I've been saying. Ah! For heaven's sake, woman, look at the name. It's written to James. And because you remember it's John. Are you questioning my name now? And there we have it. Arouse the suspicions of the female heart, and you unleash a beast with most ferocious bite. But also stop hurting him. It's gonna hurt. Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last imaginable attack. No, this guy's so much of a fool. I'm gonna save again. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm just saying, we find out the person is called Mary. There could be a motive for murder. There doesn't seem to be any doubt that the statue of disarray that this room is the result of a wild temper. So it's not the candle. According to Mr. Sheldon's deduction, tears match an Indian lion's teeth exactly. Scorch marks. The carpet wasn't eaten in the normal sense at all. Oh. Oh, it fell from the candelabra. To me, even the slightest knock would make it topple over. Oh dear, that would be dangerous. Wait, take a closer look at this. There's one candle missing. I didn't notice that before. So, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need to only look at the Tower of Cakes. So we're looking at the candlestick, because it fell over, and thus it fell over.
Take that!
Okay. Yes, to explain, yeah, we need to look at the candlestick. Most illuminating, my dear friend, and of course the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth. Yes, the remnants of a ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured by are clearly visible. Indeed, they are. The scorch marks at the edge clearly give the truth away. It would appear the room was the scene of a little marital altercation. Miss Garda's mighty arm muscle left an impression not only on her husband's face, but on the entire room. The force of her strike caused a candle to fall from the holder. In seconds, the carpet was alight and the whole corner of the room in flames. Oh yeah. The most ferocious beast in the room is neither a violent lion nor a vengeful woman, but fire. Cool. I'm kinda cold. And did you hydrate? I went and got a whole bottle of ice cold water. Good job, Aelin. Mr. Sholmes, sir. I salute you. What? Whoa. Oh. Aw. I think they're cute. Carpet scorched by a small fire. Cool, but how was this pertinent to the larger case that we're trying to do? What was the point of all of this? It is dashed long winter nights, you know, nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. And in the pages of one particular novel you discover rather illicit material. Don't know about admonished. Demolished would be rather closer to the mark. And beast is certainly an apt description. And the carpet, was that destroyed by fire when a candle fell on the floor? Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. Whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bad thing. Was caught between the old Styx rage and the raging flames. You paint a torrid picture for us, sir. One that would have been most entertaining. With sympathy for you. Had all my favorite old novels in that case. Well, I mean, it doesn't look like it's all damaged. But as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh, up in smoke. The wife started hurling things at me.
What a terrible sight it must have been.
Yeah, I was backed up against the window, under heavy enemy fire, and incendiary books coming 10 to the dozen. Worst of it, I lost my favorite book called The Lion's Pride. And a notorious love of big cats coming through again. I assure you the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest. Well, I did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast's rampage. A great British wonder. Ah, yes. You got the book from the second-hand bookshop. Well, yeah, obviously. We already know that. Elementary! Exemplary! Bet how much? Why would it be anything else? They literally already said it was around the corner. I'm not sure I remember. It was 2 days ago now. Let's see, around 5 o'clock, I think. So he was also there!
Same time as a terrifying incident which unfolded outside your window on the street below.
Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. The old Blighty could have been flattened outside my window at that moment. I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing.
Oh, really?
I mean, when you have a fire... I think we've got to get to the bottom of Mr. Gardep's situation now. What does it have to do with Mr. Natsume's case? He literally said that it wouldn't help you. Fuck. I'm gonna lose my goddamn out. Oh, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of two categories. Those relevant to the case and those not. That makes no sense. It makes perfect sense. What do you mean? It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now. Visiting hours at the prison will soon be over. Is it time already? If we're to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to. Boo. Boo, I'm so bored. I have done nothing of note. I have done nothing. When did this game come out? Oh, not like the reimagining of it, like the OG stuff. I imagine there was an OG, right? Great Ace Attorney. What was this first one called? 1. What's the matter? Looks like something's going on over there in front of the Garadub's house. What the fuck is happening anymore? What? Okay, I need a moment. What? Okay. Here I am just trying to Google something and suddenly I have a fucking jester appear on my screen. I don't know what's happening. When did it originally come out? On the 3DS. In 2010. Oh my god. Okay. Damn it, I was half a decade wrong. 2010. What? Oh wait, did I say no? No, sorry, no, you're right, it is 2015. I said the wrong number. I'm sorry. The numbers are a little goopy in my brain. I did read 2015. I probably said the wrong thing. It was 2015. You're totally right. You're 110% right. I'm so sorry. Wait, my guess was correct? Let's go, I'm so fucking amazing. Suck it, Carl. Yeah, Carl, fuck you. Alright. I know not, an old man, fall to thy prayers. Here, calling old man, you rum-looking nimmy penny. Why are we suddenly having completely new people introduced to this? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of you and your philosophy. Who's this Horatio fella? Hey, what are you on about? Shakespeare.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you know.
I'm sorry, it just looked as though there might be some problem here. And my associate here, Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, is a lawyer, you see.
Yeah, a lawyer, what? If I can be of assistance, I'll be happy to help. I'm from Japan, but I've studied English law. Yeah. Fine, I'll be on my way for today, but you mark my words. This ain't over yet.
Get thee to a nunnery!
Bro's been watching too much shit. This guy's a fluffer. Do I look like a booming numb to you? I don't like this guy. Just close your mouth, mate, please. You don't need to display your whole mouth just open like that. Open and ready for dick. Like, what the fuck? Just close it, please.
I do hope you're not injured.
Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so gentle. Thank you. What was that about?
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
I'm not Horatio either.
Forgive the inquiry, sir, but are you a lodger here in the Garadub residence? Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so right. Yes, I do dwell in this humble abode.
I had to mention in another lodger, didn't he? Do you happen to know the other lodger who lives on the first floor? Ah, yes, a gentleman named Natsume. Oh, more worthy a polemist in my battle of words ne'er could there be. Oh, more worthy a polemist in my battle of words never could there be. What the fuck is happening? These games confuse me a bit, won't lie. Here for the vibes and the voice acting. Thanks, Aelin. I'm succeeding at one thing. It may not be logic, it may not be reading, but it is voice acting. Is he supposed to be a court jester? That's what I was thinking, but then, like, why would he live in this dingy house in the middle of no shit Sherlock? He should be, like, living in the house, you know? He's Bellatrix. Did someone say Bellatrix? Sorry? Battle, did you say? Who is the stronger, Hamlet or Macbeth? Mr. Natsume and I sparred long into the night. You know what? Just because I haven't read Macbeth, I'm gonna say Macbeth. I see. I don't fully understand, but it seems Mr. Natsume and this gentleman are acquaintances, at least. So fair wade and so good gentlemen, I tarry here no longer, fare thee well. And he's gone. What a fleeting appearance. He was definitely one of the witnesses. I didn't really understand him, but I think he's returned to his room. Seems he's unaware of what happened to Mr. Natsume, so he can't really help us. No, he knows. Mr. Seki-san and the man as large as the Dakara Dub house is full of eccentrics. Mental patient that believes he's a court jester or theater kid? I'm definitely inclined to think theater kid. Just trying to do the Baron mime play. 6:31 p.m. It's pretty late, mate, for a visit. Can you? I don't think it should be closed, surely. Oh, it's you. I hear you came. Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. I can't believe you came. I'm so touched. We are so sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Natsume. Oh no, think of nothing of it. Relax. If I were a cat, I would purr with pleasure at the company of such fine compatriots. Noble, nurturing, never failing. Nipponese. Oh, now let's not get carried away. Oh, I quite agree. There's nothing more reassuring than the familiarity of one's native land. On the other hand... Oh, never mind, I was wrong. I was expecting Baron von Zeeks, I'll be honest. It is through friendship transcending international borders that one truly appreciates the fact. Yay. Is he in a drug withdrawal or just hyper anxious? Hyper anxious. So you're correct about that. Sholmes, your voice is a bit different this time around. Shh. You could also be doing a Bloodstone build, but oh well. Wait, what? Bloodstone build? In what game? Such is my belief, at least. Oh, yes, it's you. The miserable, rotten spy. Herlock Sholmes. He poses. It's like if someone came up and they were just like, oh, it's this motherfucker. And I'm like, you fucking know it. Every time. Did you say WingsofExzellion? Alright. Back to the game. Waiting for meds to knock me out. Did it. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing here? Do you just stalk people? Probably. I have no intention of doing anything, per se, save observing, of course. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Well, having encountered some curious reading material in that gloomful room, I've been looking through his smut collection, and I dare say there's some interesting stuff in there. So I've come to inquire upon his nature and possibly request a dalliance. Okay. Sorry. I need to go to bed. She's tired. and having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric pair, I have decided I should drop in on my way home to see how our divested friend is faring. Painful room. At least your accommodation here offers a window, my dear fellow. In that sense, it is the superior option. He's gonna freeze to death. You're a little fuck, Mr. Sholmes. I swear to God. Anyway, I must commend you on your taste in books. Please, it's okay, buddy. Head pads. My day has been a delight and cost me not a penny. Oh, you, how dare you? Hello, Sholmes. Oh. I've had it. I'm through. I'm at the end of my rope. I should never have come to Great Britain. It was a terrible mistake. Haunted by spirits in those accursed lodgings. No doubt my luck will be cursed in tomorrow's trial as well. Haunted by spirits in those accursed lodgings. Maybe something to do with the gas meter? My whole life is bedamned. 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 What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo? You mentioned that once before, didn't you? That his lodgings were cursed, I mean. And there is much truth in Mr. Mustache's words. What? Cursed is a wholly appropriate description, I would say, for the man's lodgings are indeed for tomorrow's trial. What's that supposed to mean? To be continued.
Hi, buddy.
I want to know about the lodgings. You said accursed lodgings before. You were referring to your room at Mr. McGarradeb's house, I assume? I skipped something. It's been a year now since I came to Great Britain, but I only ever been in London a week before I started to notice strange feelings in myself. Is he sick? That didn't take long then. Everywhere I look, there were foreign faces staring at me, laughing behind my back. Okay, that's anxiety. I was sure people were talking about me. I started to become nervous about going outside. They were always staring at me, all the time, from dusk to dawn. So I shut myself away in my room, but even that didn't help. The fear wouldn't go away. You must have been very lonely, having been away from your homeland for such a long time. I've had to move a number of times, most recently to that room on Briar Road a week ago now. Yes, why did you choose there? It seems a little inconvenient. The rent is cheap. I have so little money it appealed to me straight away. Well, of course, I asked why it was so affordable. The landlord just simpered and said, "The room is cursed." Whoops. He quickly tried to cover his mistake, but it was too late, so I told him, "If you have something to say, then say it, but if not, don't mention it in the first place." Yes, well said. But it was true. It was all true. You mean the room really is cursed then? Ever since I moved into the windowless hellhole. My sleep has been plagued with nightmares. I wake feeling as though I'm feeling choked to death. Oh my god, there's a gas leak in that room. Oh no. Oh no. There's a gas leak. In my waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as I walk down the street. I'm branded a killer. Thrown in prison. Nobody wants to know me. I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits. That was a good one. If only there was someone, just one person on my side. Can no one find it in his or her heart to believe in me? Really, no one at all. To believe, yes, to believe. To believe it's a me that should die. Okay, sorry. Going places in my head. Mr. Natsume, what did you mean by what you just said? Trial tomorrow being cursed? Oh, no. Why you look so grave? You're making me nervous. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it. You don't mean that it is cursed somehow? Are you referring to the prosecutor? The Reaper. Oh no, what do you mean? Please tell me to summarize it succinctly in 16 salient words. No defendant has ever survived a trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution ever. Good job. GG. Oh my goodness. Can it really be true? That was 16 words exactly. So proud. Yesterday, Mr. Naruhodo successfully defended someone called the Reaper, but then, after the trial was over, The defendant passed away in unusual circumstances. Don't say that, you're gonna scare him. Good fucking job. Why is he so pretty? Okay. He's an idiot, but he's so, okay, just don't think about it. Ah, I'm impressed, Miss Susato. You have an eye for detail. Actually, the LCJ told us. He told us that we can call him that. Mr. Sholmes, surely it can't be that having failed to have the accused convicted, Lord Van Zeeks killed the man himself. Oh no, he couldn't have, surely. Ah ha 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 ha. You have some wondrous notions. Sorry. The man isn't a mass murderer. He's a court prosecutor, my dear fellow. I agree with that. Oh, yes. Why, of course he is. Of course he is, then. Why are you trying to scare me? Yeah, none of this really had to be said. It could be said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis. What do you know? What do you mean by that?
What the fuck do you mean?
We're never getting out of this chapter, are we? Van Zeeks is a quite exceptional man. However, in London Court of Law, exceptional does not equate to winning every case without exception. Oh, that's good. Sasaki-san looks like he's gonna cry tears of joy. As you're no doubt aware, in British criminal trial, there's both a judge and a jury. The judge officiates based on the letter of the law, whilst the jury offers public opinion and common sense. It's an excellent system, whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion in particular is somewhat easily manipulated. Right. Criminals and corrupt lawyers, for that matter, can use it for their advantage. By any means at their disposal, contriving evidence, calling impostors as witnesses, and so on. By such underhand means, those who would want to are able to sway the jury, which means that even in the light of irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail. But it means the wrong verdict can be passed. And sadly, as from time to time, my dear madam, it is simply the reality of the situation. And that's all right. However, those indicted by Lord Van Zeeks cannot escape justice. Their fate is sealed. Oh my. Though the abjuration may see them leave the courtroom with their freedom, within months they all disappear. It is most striking. What? Maybe he is a vampire. Disappear? How? Ah, by all means of misfortune, sir. Perhaps they are trampled under a passing carriage. Perhaps they have fallen into the Thames and drowned. Therefore, perhaps they are suddenly overcome by a raging fever, or perhaps attacked by highwaymen. Is it possible it's just a coincidence? Oh, no. All examples of the reality of events here in London, I'm afraid, Mr. Naruhodo. Or we're gonna find out there's obviously a Jack the Ripper or a Moriarty figure who, like, murders every single one of them anyway. Ah, I knew it. I'm a dead dodo, done for, doomed. You're okay, buddy. Do believe. Mr. Sholmes. Me, pray. It's about the case on the SS Burya, if you recall. The Burya. Ah, that case. The one with the snake? Well, yeah. At the time, I was the suspect, but you believed in me and listened to my side of the story. And you helped us to investigate. I did I? Interesting. Man, I sound like a fabulous man. Do go on. What I want to know is why. Why did you believe in me? I see. Yes, you mean... because you were a grimly dressed, shady Eastern fellow found from the victim in a locker room? Well, if you like, yeah. I'm a little surprised that the answer requires explanation, my dear fellow. It's quite simple, really. You said I didn't do it. But I could have been lying. Surely you must have had your doubts. You must have suspected me a little. I think perhaps you have misunderstood me. I neither recall believing in you, nor in that which you were telling me. What? You see, the only thing I believe in are those I choose to believe in. Okay, yeah. You also could just say I treated you as innocent until proven guilty, but... What do you mean? I make up my own mind about what is to be believed and what is not. I mean, he's pretty good at that. If I should like to believe in something, I do. The circumstances can hang as far as I'm concerned. He's actually got some really good advice in here. He doesn't realize it, of course. But I could have betrayed your trust. In that case, I should have made an elementary error of judgment, nothing more. Betrayal of trust is an overused excuse in my opinion. Interesting. Meaning? Whether or not one should trust one another, whether or not one should... God, I'm getting tired. You know what? I forgot about my glasses until now. We're doing well. I'll put them on after I go to the toilet, because I want to pee. Whether or not one should trust another is, in the final analysis, is down to oneself. It is a matter of whether or not one can trust oneself. Okay, interesting. Yes, he's right. He's right. Whether or not I believe in myself. Such a profound moment. Defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. Oh my god, he said it. He said the words. You were so right, Kazuma. God, they were totally gay for each other. I mean, what? Well, my dear fellows, it is time we were leaving, I believe. Already? Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There is a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you care to join me? Yes. Oh dear, there is never enough time, is there? We'll be right. She'll be right, mate. She'll be right, mate. If you like, in the trial tomorrow, I'll be happy to represent you. Welcome, student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. As I said, I only experienced a British courtroom for the first time yesterday, and although the man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of the truth of something crucial. Something crucial? What to believe in? The defendant, justice, or the truth? How to believe, even. But I think I finally worked it out. I've decided I must believe in myself above all else, to trust my instincts. Yeah, man, you're doing it! I'm so proud! Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. And my instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent of this crime. And it's imperative that we prove that in court. Welcome, student, Mr. Naruhodo-san. I will fight for your innocence until the bitter end with every weapon available to me. So I hope you'll permit me to represent you tomorrow. As I said when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue. Of course, Mr. Natsume. It would be fair to say, Mr. Naruhodo, that your mind was, in many ways, made up from the outset. You merely needed the events of today to fully realize it. Yeah, it was kind of well, it wasn't a complete waste of time, but I think you're right about that. Do you willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court? Absolutely. As I said this morning, I am your judicial assistant. Yeah. She's very cute. Early night tonight? No. No. Glasses! God, I wish she'd manipulate me. Moriarty and Rickety. What? I'm literally gonna double check that I definitely have my next shift on Saturday. Okay, we're good. But it's time to stop looking backwards. Kazuma believed in me, and Mr. Sholmes believes in me now too, kind of. So it's time that I learn to believe in myself. Soseki-san has no one. He's all alone, so it's my job to help him to fight his corner. Tomorrow, in the courtroom, with all the strength I can muster. Yeah! Well, at least this is the first case that we actually get to do a little bit of the investigation and then do this. The only thing that is disappointing, though, is the fact that, we fucking found no evidence whatsoever. There's no intriguing piece of data I have. Again, it's just this, all this bullshit around, like obviously I can't go into it. 923. I have literally the street map and the secondhand book receipt. That is it. Okay, so this is gonna be important, I'm sure, for trying to understand where the crime happened. The sum of 2 shillings tendered in the receipt. The picture of Monsieur le Cure. A meal for Gaboriau and Canterbury yearnings. Sure. Whatever floats your boat, mate. Alright. It's pee time. I will return. Don't pee long. Why not? I'm allowed to pee for as long as I like, thank you, okay? You know, sometimes you sit down and you think, damn, I need a pee. And the next thing you know, it turns into 10 minutes needing to try and shit because you're constipated, okay? That's just facts, okay? That is a true fact. I'm always so embarrassed by this fact. Han, well that took a turn. No, it's true though. I one time, this is on stream, I don't remember when this happened, it was a while ago. I was like, don't worry guys, I'll be back in a moment, I just need to pee. And I ended up being gone for like 10 minutes and I felt so bad. I was just sitting there like, please let this end. Because it's like every single minute is recorded. Every single minute that I'm away from stream is openly recorded, so y'all know if something dietary, like, something hasn't processed appropriately, okay? Oh my god, okay. Anyway, it's just facts. It's just facts. If only. Alright guys, crime time. How far through? Can I just... Okay, give me a second. I'm just gonna Google some stuff. Great Ace Attorney Adventures playthrough. Oh, sorry, I want walkthrough. Strategy Wiki, I think, was the one I used last time. Okay, so we are up to Clouded Cocoa Room. Okay, there's 2 parts. Oh my god, what the fuck? There's 2 parts to the trial, which is fine. I just wanted to see that we were definitely kind of like halfway. I just want to say, for the 5th case, I'm just making sure I'm looking at this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th case, there is 4 parts of the investigation and 4 parts of the trial. That's how long the next case is. You know what, maybe we should end the game at the end of this chapter, and then we can like fluff around and do whatever the fuck we want until Procopia comes out. I say that, I'm still kind of like, I could fit it in, probably, before like everything else, right? I don't know. My favorite animal is a penguin. Outside of my doggos, of course. Penguin! Tell me more. What do you love about penguins? I kind of want to know. They're so cute. Go on. They just kind of... And then they shit eggs. Right? That's what a penguin does. Aced it. Oh. And the waddle and the swim. They are very cool swimmers. Also, the inside of an egg beaks are eldritch monstrosities. They're just cute. What the fuck, man? You're right. Penguins are pretty cute. I have a penguin plushie called Daiquiri, but because I didn't realize Daiquiri was pronounced as Daiquiri, I called it Daiquiri. So it's Daiquiri, the penguin. It could be Daiquiri too. I wanna like a penguin sometimes. Hey, don't we all? It's important. It's a part of life. I have a few penguin plushies. Love that. I had no idea that was your thing. I literally based a demon mouth on a... What the fuck am I reading? I literally based a demon mouth on a penguin beak. Oh, okay. Like in the book. I was like, what's a demon mouth? Okay. I never expected this, or thought we'd be back here again. Okay, I'm just gonna... They're just rehashing stuff we already know. Good morning! Oh no, good morning. His eyes are very red. Were they like that before? Or was it the lighting? Oh, Mr. Mitsume, good morning. Oh dear, are you alright? Your eyes are terribly bloodshot. Okay, I'm not blind. Early bird catches worm, as they say in here in Britain. Yes, I've heard that expression. But I really don't want to catch a worm. So I tried desperately not to wake up early, but I was so worried I couldn't catch a wink. And now I'm absolutely exhausted as a result. Do all literary people take things so literally? Thank you for putting your faith in us today, Mr. Natsume. I wish I had 9 lives. My whole future hangs in the balance. I'm too terrified to tremble. Really? Because I can feel tremors in the floor. I cannot do this. I cannot take it. Although, Naruhodo. I caught a glimpse of the public gallery as I walked by the courtroom. Looks like the opening night of the opera. There were so many people. I had no idea my case was such a notorious affair here in London. Oh, neither did I. You did, actually. Someone mentioned it the day before, but that's fine. You know why that might be, Mr. Sato? I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo, but I have no idea. What do you mean? Someone told you that earlier that there was a ton of eyes that were looking at us on the case because it's international. Well, it's... Don't hide the truth from me. It's because of the Reaper, isn't it? Is that right, Mr. Sato? She just said she didn't know. I purchased as many different newspapers as I could to find this morning. Lord Van Zieks is on the front page of every one. I knew it. Sometime after the prosecutor was dubbed the Reaper of the Bailey, he stopped appearing in court, it seems. It's been several years now, in fact, until the day before yesterday. Yes, Inspector Gregson told us something like that. I can make myself a big penguin with yawn. Yeah! Do it, do it, do it. Giant penguin, giant penguin, giant penguin. Oh my god. I just want to see what pan. Tell me what pan you end up, like, send me the picture of, like, the pan you'll use for the penguin, okay? It's crazy to me that it's never occurred to you before now that you're like, I could make a penguin for myself. Treat yourself, girlie. Yep. It's a terrible shame. Hey, I might be dead, but I also might not be dead. Why is the Reaper back in the Bailey so soon for what appears to be a mundane murder? That's the question the papers are asking, and they're all speculating various answers. Mundane. Mundane. It's the most significant saga of the century to some of us. Oh, I meant no offense, Mr. Natsume. That is how the papers put it. Well, lest we also forget the fact that it could spark an international incident. Obviously, the reappearance of this infamous prosecutor has caught people's attentions, but there's another blatantly similarity with the trial of 2 days ago. Yes, I agree. Naruhodo, it's you. Me? Well, I suppose that's true. Both times it is you who stands against this legendary prosecutor. It can only mean that you're friends with the Reaper. Please, I don't rub soldiers with Deathbringers. Deathbringers. I have thought of making myself a dragon. God, the dragon! Fuck! Oh, fuck. I swear, every couple of days my brain goes, oh, fuck, I never told her the colors. And I go, I'll look at that later. And I forget. Fuck. Never really thought about making a penguin. My question is, if you made a penguin, what color? Are you gonna go like gray classic? Are you gonna go like dark blue like the Mario ones? You could do a nice dark teal even. You can make it any color you wish. I also mostly end up making things for others. That's okay. That's who you are as a person. It only makes sense. I'm afraid that there's only one other explanation. It can only be another example, Mr. Naruhodo, of your uncommon bad luck. Thanks for that. Yeah. Oh, this is just my luck. Why must I be represented by a man with such frail fortune, by the least lucky lawyer alive? Thank you. Well, let's not forget that it was you, Mr. Natsume, who asked me to represent you. Yes, it's true, I'm just a student new to London, with little in the way of experience or skills or luck, but I promise you this, I will fight your corner until the bitter end, and I will believe in you, Mr. Natsume. Oh, benevolent Naruhodo Esquire. You're not alone here with us, Mr. Natsume. Whatever happens, we will always be by your side. Oh, benevolent non-locum assistant, Miss Mikotoba Esquiress. Is this Esquiress even a word? I am in your debt forever. I shall never forget this greater kindness as long as I live. Alright, let's go. It's time. Yes. You got this, buddy. Just don't faint on me. This is it. My second appearance in a British courtroom. And my second trial against the Reaper. Yeah, we don't have good luck, do we? Believe in me, Kazuma, because this time I won't let my faith waver. I'll believe in my client to the last. Just like you believed in me, I believe I can do this. Now and forever. Black, white, and or gray, since that's what I have in the thick stuff. Nice, nice. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. in the courtroom. Oh, okay, they did get completely new people for the juries. I was convinced they were just gonna copy and paste the same jurors every time. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. Here we are again, lads. The prosecutor is fully prepared, my lord. I'm kidding. Sorry. The defense is ready, my lord. I just thought it would be really funny if I tried to accentuate the vampire accent. You're a great person. There you go. Sorry, what? Lord Strongheart has told me all about you. That you are a student who arrived in London but 2 days ago. A mere amateur. Do you have a point? Being a compatriot, you feel compelled to try to help the accused, I suppose. Forgive me, but I do not believe arrogance is an appropriate description. Sasato-san. After all, at our previous encounter, the defendant was found to be innocent. Bro, why are you drinking in court? Why is he so hot? Shut up. Okay. Very true. A most fascinating, if dark, trial it was too. The tragic conclusion came later, of course. Here's to the acquitted and his unfortunate, violent end.
Okay.
Wait a second. Was that the banker guy at the front start? Whatever. Thank you, councils. Yeah, we know this guy. You never know what you might be down to your luck, but I believe in fair play for all.
But I must warn you, I'm rather more ruthless than I appear.
Gotta remember these voices in my brain. Oh, well, not me. What you see is what you get. I'm a peace-loving fellow. Hey, we know this lady too. I'm afraid to say I find it quite possible that mustache foreigner did the deed. Wow. Come on, what are you waiting for? No doubt he did it anyway. Sorry. Didn't catch that. That's what he's gonna say every time. Okay. I'm gonna forget those voices. So good. Okay. Let us proceed with the opening statement. Very recently, Great Britain signed a... The accused in the dock is a student from the same land, a Mr. Soseki Natsume. And while our country has extended this foreign student the warmest of welcomes, I wouldn't say that. Your place is shit. No one can afford to live. Regrettably, the kindness has not been returned. In fact, the student is accused of a most sinister act. Of plunging a knife into the back of an innocent woman who was doing nothing but walking down the street. A knife crime, I tell you, from the bitter, those are the worst bloody oath they are.
Just look at that sallow complexion and short stature.
Oh, okay, racist. Come on, get over with me now, everyone. 1, 2, 3!
Sorry,
Didn't catch that. I told you, I love him. Pray forgive the discourtesy of smashing my hallowed chalice here in this great chamber. Duplicate. Hand, calm down. What am I doing? What am I calming down from? Never calm down. Keep going. Oh, hi, buddy. Your name and occupation, please. Yes, sir. Yes, sir? Oh, I gave him the same voice as the banker. I didn't think they'd be in the same room. Shit. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard. Would you please summarize the events of the case for the court, Inspector? The victim is thought to be a young woman in her 20s by the name of Olive Green. Okay. I beg your pardon. Thought to be. Yes, having been stabbed in the back by her attacker's knife, the victim fell unconscious. That was 3 days ago now, and now she's been comatose ever since. Okay, I have a question. How hot that guy is. Listen. I only say facts, okay? Obviously. So when you see a pretty guy, you should just admire. Everyone should stop and admire, okay? Okay, I have a question. Real question. Maybe this is more of a question for Lily or something. Someone who knows things. Okay. So if someone gets stabbed and they're comatose, I know things. Hi, there she is. Oh my god, you speak and she shall appear. Okay, so in this crime, the victim has been stabbed and is comatose, okay? Would you say it is fair to put this guy to court for the crime? Like, is a crime for, I guess, attempted, is normally the, what's the word? Punishment for an attempted crime, attempted murder, be a death sentence. Because he wasn't successful, okay? That was my question. Just because I feel like... So they don't even know who she is for sure. Wait, sorry, did I miss the last line? What was the last line? Having been stabbed in the back by attackers, the victim fell. That was 3 years and she's been comatose ever since. Okay. Wait a second, so you're thought to be... The victim is thought to be a young woman in her 20s by the name of Oliver Green. Oh, so the thought to be is the Olive Green. Anyway, I guess what I'm saying is they haven't successfully murdered the person, okay? So, and because she hasn't even, like, woken up yet, shouldn't you wait for her to, like, possibly wake up within, like, a 2-week period to get evidence from her about anything about her attacker or anything? And then... I know that's probably just using too much sense in this, but I'm just saying, like, the circumstances of this event doesn't entirely make sense. Like, yes, I will argue that murder happens, investigation happens, take the suspect to trial. That makes sense, that's fine. The murder has happened. But in this case, it's attempted murder. They're not even sure about who the victim truly is. There's a lot of unknowns about whether she's going to live or die. If she was dead, I'd be like, okay, sure, fine, whatever. But because she's still alive, like, should you be... Like, how would you do the sentencing for this? Do you do it based on attempted murder or do you base it on murder? But as I said, maybe it's just they get punished either way. But it feels a little suspicious. I'm personally pretty against death sentence in general for most crimes. Agreed. It's a very slippery slope, and I do not want it to become a precedence for others. Mean-spirited people to expand the sentence to other crimes or crimes that would only apply to their political opposition, etc. That's why I'm against the sentencing. Okay, I mean, yeah, okay. Sorry, I meant, like, historically. Like, or like, what would be the expectation? I don't know. It's weird, right? Like, they don't even know if the victim is who they say she is. And they're like... Okay. I think ideally, yes, you would want to try to wait for the victim to wake up, but if you have indisputable evidence, you could put someone to trial for it. Okay, I agree with that. But expediting it, like... Alright. Comatose, I see, but her life is not in danger. Fortunately for the Eastern student, the charge will not be murder. Okay, wait, we may be getting the answers. I'm an idiot. Pray, elaborate on the details, Inspector. Sir, if I could ask everyone to look at the stream map. Okay. But yeah, I'm still interested to find out what it would be historically. Or, like, in relation to any war. I mean, obviously, premeditated murder is obviously usually still pretty bad. But, like, obviously, we're talking about, like, the 1900s as well. As I mentioned, the incident took place 3 days ago at around 5 in the afternoon. It happened at the pavement running alongside Briar Road, a wide thoroughfare for horse-drawn vehicles. It had not long since stopped snowing as the victim, Miss Green, was walking down the street. Out of the blue, she was approached from behind by the accused and stabbed in the back. You don't have proof of that. Again, saying that is very leading. What you should be saying is the, victim and then the other. I'm not completely sure it changes, especially during this time. I'm not completely sure if people in Britain would have gotten that sentence in 1900s or not. Okay, no, that's fair. Weird. It's just, again, like, it's so weird that it's like, wouldn't you wait for the person to either wake up? Like, if she's comatose, it's currently unknown whether it's still just attempted murder, whether they would actually to accuse her of attempted murder or actual murder. So it's kind of like, this is just wrong, okay? Luckily, the young lady's life was spared and she's currently been treated in one of the city's hospitals, but being unconscious as she is, she's been unable to take a statement from her, of course. Is this okay so far? Okay. Wait, where's the autopsy? Is this the autopsy? Reporting officer, Rolly Beat. That'll be important. The reporting officer saw him run away. Interesting. Surprised he saw him in the fog, which might be a point of contention. For an attempted murder, anyway. Liberalism has been on the rise throughout most of the world during the 18 to 1900s, and with it became a bigger emphasis on human lives. It wasn't completely the same view that we share today, but human life still grew in value. Okay. So it's kind of like, obviously any murder is like, you kill someone, we kill you, very much. So they, obviously in this term, they probably don't distinguish between an attempted murder and an actual murder. It's just kind of like, you almost tried to kill a person, fuck off. We're fucking you to the gallows. What of the weapon that was used? Sir, I have the ear. It was removed from the victim's back. Okay. They started to make me scared to walk down the street.
With a heavy blade like that, almost anybody could have been able to stab the poor woman.
Common garden jackknife, I would say, rather nondescript. Thank you, Inspector. What do we know of the motive? Money or valuables, I assume? Give me a second.
Inspection time.
Is the end chipped?
Oh, look here, Naruhodo. Look at the tip. Look at my penis tip. I mean, a small piece of the blade appears to be missing.
You're right. Well spotted, Mr. Sato.
I wonder what could happen to it.
Yes. You don't think it could still be lodged in the victim, do you?
Oh dear. I do hope not. That sounds terribly painful.
Okay, the only place I can inspect is the bottom. Cool. From what we can tell by looking at the woman's possessions, it seems she was a poor student herself. Hard to imagine she would have been anything much worth benching, my lord.
I
see. Well, in that case, we're looking at some deep-seated resentment towards the victim. Yeah, I want to look at the I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat a big, thick gyro? Yeah, gyro? You call them gyros, right? Every time. I need my jaw to pop. That doesn't sound good. Time to have more chewy stuff. But it's still preached about human life's values. Sorry, I'm sleepy. I don't know how much sense I'm making. No, I understand what you mean. Like, it's interesting to think that now that you say that, I never really thought about the fact that human life has increased in value over the course of time. And I think that's like partially to do with like, I want to say like literature, but like not just, it's not just literature. It's like societal philosophy almost, you know, like very much like that eye for an eye kind of mentality of like, if you kill someone, you should die for your crimes, you know. While obviously over the course of, you know, more recent times, philosophy has changed a little bit, and it's like, okay, but what were the circumstances? It focuses more in on what were the circumstances of the murder. And like the mental state of the two people involved, you know, if the person, did the person attack was I'm gonna just say rabid and sort of going crazy in some capacity, or was the person who did the attack was emotionally heightened, you know, like what are the circumstances, or grieving even, you know, like if someone is in grief, should they be forgiven more for their crimes for killing maybe someone who killed someone that they loved, you know, like what is the circumstances around it? Now I call them gyros, but I don't know what the actual pronunciation is. Okay. That's crazy because I swear I heard something else the other day that was like, they say euros. It was like not even a G sound. It was just, who was that? Or maybe I'm wrong. There was a lot of stuff culminating, the nobility and the rulers' ideas of a natural superiority decreasing throughout the age, globalization and trading, exchanging of ideas, liberalism, rise of works, etc. And I think that's what actually brings up a really good point of the industrial era as well, was very much a time where you had people writing, you know, trying to get civil rights to, you know, like having more pay and not working in terrible conditions and stuff like that. So that has more over the course of time made sure that like the public voice has at least hopefully more sway over whoever's in charge. Hopefully. But I'm just saying, like, it's obviously introduces that idea of having responsibility. You know, trying to have the responsibility to look after the people in your employ. Apart from visiting secondhand bookshops, the defendant, Mr. Natsume, doesn't appear to get out much. At this moment in time, we haven't been able to establish any sort of connection between him and the victim. If theft and grievance have been ruled out as the motive, what reason could Natsume possibly have had for stabbing the young woman? Yet you arrested the man in spite of that, in a totally unjustified and heavy-handed way. Whoa. You broke the whole bottle? Pray forgive the discourtesy of flinging a freshly uncorked bottle into the public gallery. Yeah, you probably just murdered someone just from doing that, mate. What the fuck are you doing? But your words have soured its hallowed bouquet. Bouquet? What? Bouquet. Oof. Don't throw the bottle, give it to me instead, Lily. Because I don't want to eat euros, that's expensive. You're right. Yeah, people in chat have talked about how it's pronounced gyros, but I'm gonna keep saying it my way. Gyros. I will drink, thank you. For it is you, my friend, who is being heavy-handed here. What? Scotland Yard does not arrest people without good cause. This should be beyond question. Inspector Gregson, the prosecution calls for your formal testimony. Explain to the court exactly why the words. Yes, sir. So we're going straight into a witness testimony. Color me surprised. Ugh, I'm sleepy. Okay. As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred and there was unusually light fog. I swear the guy said there was heavy fog that night and he couldn't see a foot in front of him. Visibility was reasonably good and there was no one else about but the victim and the accused. Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed on the pavement. The accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor. There's been a number of old books he just bought. He was on his way home from a bookshop, it seems. It was just a matter of working out who the books belonged to and found the bloke to arrest him. What were the books? What books, you say? Yes, my lord, I have a photograph here of the scene of the crime taken immediately after the incident. Oh yes, I can see the books which you were referring to. Were any of those the books that he wanted? Or was those her books? Forgive me if Lord seeks, but the defendant is not denying everything as you put it. What are you doing, Mr. Sato? Do go on! Mr. Natsume has admitted to playing some part in the incident. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, now you mention it. When we visited him in the prison yesterday, he did tell us what happened. I could make out the sole silhouette of another person ahead of me. A woman, wearing a green overcoat. She was just as I was about to overtake her. The scream collapsed to the cold hard ground at my feet. Maybe he didn't say it was a thing. A greedy overcoat. Well, that explains what the woman... Oh, what the fuck voice did I do? Oh no! Well, that's exactly what the woman in the print is wearing. And my photographic print in full color. What will the world come up with next? The defendant has done nothing more than admit he fled the scene of a terrifying incident. That does not mean that he's guilty of the heinous crime of stabbing the woman in the back. There was nobody else there at the time, just the two of them, the victim and the accused. In other words, there's nobody else who could possibly have stabbed the woman. A fact that the accused concedes. Ugh. Let me look at what the books are. Let me look at what the books are. I want to inspect the image. Let me see the truth. Tell me, what is the point of this magnifying glass anyway? Like, it actually hasn't been pertinent to anything at all at this point. It doesn't let me highlight something that is otherwise unseen. It just magnifies for the sake of magnifying.
Congratulations.
Good night, Aylin. Sleep well. Take care. See ya, Lily. Have good food. So the last execution in Britain was in 65. A woman by the name of Ruth Ellis, convicted of murder in 55 just because I was curious. Interesting. Interesting that it took her 10 years to be convicted. Snape? Snape, is that you? No. What? No. Of course not. I ain't So I was looking at something. Should I just press everything like usual? I'm gonna save. Why is this the adventure of the clouded heart, by the way? Is what it was, does it just mean it was foggy? Is it supposed to be foggy heart? I don't know. My tummy hurts. Oh, she's sad. Ow. Okay. The defendant apparently visits a secondhand bookshop on a daily basis. Yes, so I understand. A shop full of old English literature. I commend the accused on the lofty subject matter of his scholarly attention. The bloke's room was stacked floor to ceiling with those musty old books. Can you tell us more about the bookshop in question, please, Inspector? I was really hoping we'd get to look at the books. Well, if I must, I'll have to look at the street map again, I'm afraid. Bourbon. Bourbon books. Bourbon books. Cool. So literally this corner to here. That's as far as they walked. The interesting thing about this is why he was walking on this side of the road. Wouldn't he have crossed the road and gone over this side? I mean, that was probably just me. Another place on the corner of Briar Road and Measham Street. Yeah. The accused is currently living in lodgings on this side of Briar Road. Doesn't take a genius to work out the route he would have taken home. Something like this. Right. Oh cool, they updated it. Finally.
We can go with your conclusion. The defendant would certainly have passed the scene of the crime on his way home to that particular shop.
Mr. Naruhodo, I think that's what the inspector just told us. Could turn out to be of vital importance. Oh. Oh, I don't know, man. Bookshop's name, the bookshop's stock? The bookshop's location. The most important point that the inspector just made being name, bookshop's stock. Surely it's its location. What else could it possibly be? Let me have a look at the map again. As I said, there's the possibility that he crossed the road and went across down here. I don't know. Didn't they say he ran down the road? Hold a second. Location? I mean, the name's definitely suspicious. Why would you name a bookshop Bourbon? What did he say about the stock? I don't know, let's just assume it's the location. Well, I couldn't agree more. Why did I need to say that? So where is it exactly? Eh? Well, you wind me up such I just explained that. Well, the map and everything. Okay, I didn't get punished for that. Okay, no, I have to go back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Loading. Well, she committed the murder in 55, pretty much pleaded guilty on the spot as there was a witness, and she was arrested by an off-duty police officer saying, "I'm guilty and a little confused." TLDR, I'm guilty and a little confused. What a crazy statement. TLDR is her partner at the time was abusive and she snapped after a series of events and shot him. Guns weren't outlawed at the time there. Out the front of a pub. That happened in April. She appeared in court in June and was the jury gave the guilty verdict in less than 30 minutes. Wait, then what about, didn't you say 65 the first time? Oh, you're saying she was executed 10 years later. It took them 10 years to get around to executing her? Would you kindly add the name of the bookshop to your formal testimony, please? I believe it may be of vital importance. Maybe. Oh, well, you know. I mean, yes. Could be a very important clue. Oh, we're gonna find out there's another bookstore, aren't we? Wait a second, don't we have a... Hold a second. What did this say? Your bookstop. It's a different bookstore! Excellent. Okay, I didn't realize that, but... Okay, excellent. Present. Just ignore the rest of the game.
Objection!
If I could just stop you there, Inspector Gregson. What is it, Sunshine? I'm a busy man, you know. This is the receipt that we found in Mr. Natsume's room. It was issued on the day of the incident and details the purchase of 3 second-hand books. You found the accused's room, did you? Yes, but the point is not where the receipt was found, but the name of the shop printed on it. Go on. This receipt was issued from a bookshop called Your Books.
Your books, your, I presume.
Yes, my lord. So Mr. Natsume did indeed purchase up a number of books at a second-hand bookshop that day. However, the bookshop in question was not Bourbon Books. What?
Inspector, did you know of this other bookshop?
Oh, yes, sir. Your Books is another second-hand bookshop not far from Bourbon Books. It's just that, well, it's such a small place, I didn't think the accused would have known about it. But, in fact, that is the bookshop which the defendant visited on the day in question. And the receipt proves it.
Objection!
Yes, for what difference it makes. Wherever the man purchased his musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis. Not true. I disagree. I mean, after all, I have the street mat here if that might help. Oh, yes, thank you. Have a look at this, please. If the defendant had been returning from Bourbon Books... I feel like I'm gonna need to save in a second. She was then in prison for 10 years. There were calls for her sentence to be repealed by the public. She didn't want it to be done. She apparently took no part in any campaigns for it. I think she accepted her fate and probably wanted it to happen. Heck you. That's sad. Yeah. It's a shame other places aren't the same way though. In the sense that it's like the last execution was that long ago. I didn't realize the death sentence had been not that long ago, but also a pretty long ago now. Like, that's 60 years ago now. That's crazy. Defendant been returning from the bourbon books. Then yes, we would almost certainly have passed the place where Miss Green was attacked. However, if we take into account the fact that he was actually another bookshop, your books, it may very well turn out he wouldn't have passed that location at all. Will that be true?
My. It rather depends on where this other bookshop is, but I do declare it may be a possibility.
Is that right, Mr. Lawyer, sir? What can you said? It could be right. Can you guys just say, don't make this assumption first. Literally just say, where is it? Obviously we looked into that. Turns out your books is just here on the next corner of Meersham Strait, going east. Okay. Still could argue that he would walk the same way. And there you have it. You can oh. Okay. I don't need your insults. Wow, Sasato-san's spitting things. I need to spell it out, but here we go. The accused was coming home from your book section instead of book thing. There's no doubt he would still have passed the same where the victim was stabbed. How do you know? It's pretty half-half, I would argue.
Thank you, Inspector.
Ugh. Whoa, is your hand okay? Sorry, every time he uses, like, words, I'm just like, I don't, wait, where did he get another bottle of wine or whatever? We discussed this already. We just assume he is, like, copy and pasted the session thing.
As I suspected, you can't fool me. I don't suggest you try.
What I say, I have enough of this now. I beg your pardon? Terribly sorry, but would you mind repeating that? It doesn't seem that long ago because we still talk about World War I like it was super recent. Or arguably it was. And in the grand timeline it is, but it is also, yeah, okay. But it is also 100 years that happened and we're coming up to the 100th anniversary of World War II starting. And we're starting World War III as a treat. Does he just carry multiple bottles all the time? Yes. Just assume that underneath his, like, his bench, there's just rows of chalices and, alcohol. He doesn't actually have evidence.
The members of the jury may very well decide that Mr. Natsume is guilty.
Oh, she's probably right.
We must consider the assertion just put forward by the is very, very carefully.
Just to pass the location of it on his way home. Raise an objection, leave it. I'm gonna save. Can't we just ask the dude? He's in the room. Raise an objection. Why not? It's fundamentally flawed. You see what I mean on this map? When returning to your books of his lodging, would have followed the route suggested by the prosecution. However, that isn't the only conceivable route to take back between the two places. If the defendant used this street, it looks what happened. He arrived back to his lodging without passing the location where the victim was attacked. So? Talking back to a clown is a fool's errand, of course. However, I feel compelled to point out that that route is what is commonly referred to the long way around. On a cold winter's night, why would any man choose to take a longer route home? Maybe he saw the fire? Answer is extremely simple. He wouldn't. In other words, just ask the guy. The accused took the obvious route back to his lodgings and is the obvious perpetrator of the crime. Yes, I've got it. Obviously, you must ask the man himself. Ask Mr. Natsume-san which route he took home. I've already informed the court of the accused's response to such questioning. He claims he has no recollection. What? That's right. As I said, the bloke seems to be spending his time wandering aimlessly from A to B. That day was no exception. He says he doesn't remember where he was or which route he took home. Huh? I don't believe this. Did I fuck up? What? Why are you interrupting? Oh, I agree with Lord Van Zeeks. Wholeheartedly and in every way. What? I don't believe it. Does that mean we members of the jury are completely convinced now? What? Did I fuck up?
Guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty!
Why since when have the voices?
Guilty!
I got an instant death just because I decided to press the matter. I'm just saying, that's fucking rude, man. Okay, y'all don't know how it went, okay? Does he just carry more? I would, because I'm spontaneous like that. This court is very dramatic. I know, right? Alright, leave it. That was so much like conversation to go through just for them to...
Objection!
What? What?
Hold it!
What? The other way was correct? Even though they were about to just end the game? What do you mean? Listen, I take a different way home like every other day. Like just to shake it up. It's not weird. Okay, yeah, everyone just ignore the screen for a little. Is it bedtime yet? It almost is.
Objection!
I'm going to bed. Go sleep, go sleep.
Objection!
Go sleep now. These guys are very presumptuous. It can be bedtime whenever your heart desires, Han. Damn. You say very alluring things. Alright. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. I hate how much these people are just like, he's guilty. Wait until the end of the court thing. This definitely looks like this should just be the end game for me.
Guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty! Guilty! Guilty!
You guys suck. Stop making assumptions so quickly. Alright, well I guess that's the end of the game. Do it again, I dare you. To the insightful members of the jury, I applaud your brave resolve. You serve Queen and country admirably. Was it Queen at this point? Mr. Naruhodo, shouldn't it be King? It wasn't Queen until 1915 or something, wasn't it? No, not yet. This isn't over. We still have one more chance to sway the opinion of the jury. Do we? Alright, I guess this is just the route we're supposed to take. I love... Don't tell me it still hurts. Those are the eyes of quarry, not yet willing to give up and die. Yeah. So I presume you intend to wield your rights again in this trial. Rights of the defense written in antiquated British law that should have been buried long ago. Call it antiquated if you want, but it's the defense's prerogative to carry out a summation examination if it chooses. I'm skipping to the point where we can do something. Innocent. Judicial findings. Do 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 do. For pity's sake, that little Oddity already admitted it himself, didn't he?
He said that a woman in green collapsed before his eyes. Why, it could only have been the victim.
Man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop. Non-winner.
So the poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful.
Really don't care. Can't we just wrap this up now? I've got work to be doing.
Your books would, yes, nice shop that, but bourbon books, no, well, not worth a visit. With only minor exceptions, the reasoning for finding the defendant guilty are all too clear.
No, it wasn't. That last guy just talked about books.
What do you mean?
When the stabbing occurred, the only two people at the scene were the victim and the accused.
And the bailiff that apparently saw him, but sure.
And the accused himself has admitted to seeing the victim in her green overcoat sink to the ground before his eyes. Furthermore, we have heard from the inspector that the defendant has then fled the scene. I must say I would have ample grounds to convict this man already.
Oh dear, even the judge appears convinced of Mr. Natsume's guilt now.
Ugh, why do you have to run away like that? Why are we supposed to believe in some phantom attacker that nobody could see? This is impossible. How can I possibly make a case for the defense?
Mr. Naruhodo, this is no time for grumbling. If you want to force the trial to continue.
Yeah, I know. Turn the tides. Let's do this. Can't touch this. Jury examination. Okay. I'm gonna save again. Pardon. The little oddity already admitted it himself, didn't he? If he said that a woman in green collapsed before his eyes, why, it can only have been the victim. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop, not in winter. So the poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful. Oh, I can press them on stuff. Okay.
Hold it!
I didn't think I could press them.
Sorry. Fold it. You say fold what?
No, what I said was hold it. What I wanted to ask was, do you visit your books often?
I like the old books that they have in there, yes. I enjoy reading them over a nice cup of old tea. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're talking about.
And at what time did you visit your bookshop on the day in question?
Well, I was picking up books in there all afternoon. Would have been just before I left 5 that I left. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're talking about.
Just before 5, you say, exactly when the victim was attacked. Are you sure about the time?
Oh yes, no mistake there. I remember it well. I'm not about to forget that day in a hurry. Not after the dreadful time I had.
What do you mean?
Well, I was walking down Calabash Road when I slipped on the ice and donked my head. It's always worse after the snow stopped falling. That's when it's most slippery. Knocked myself clean out, I did. I really thought my number was up.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. This happened on Calabash Road?
That's right. I live in Cornpipe, you see. Heading down Calabash Road is the quickest way for me to get back from your bookshops.
Oh, Calabash Road. He lives on. I'm guessing this is Cornpipe. Juror number 6. I must insist. Amend your statement. Yeah, I know. You don't need to tell me this, please. It's funny, I do like the fact that the end of the statements usually give you a little bit of like a, this is what you need to do, and it's really good in that regard. But if you've played games like this before, usually it's just like, I know, I clicked the wrong button. Sorry, I just want to see what he says here. I slept over that evening myself on Calabash Road. I knocked myself clean out, you know. What's that gonna help? What's this guy say? A man's life is on the line here, sir. This will take as long as it takes. Don't get clever with me, son. My life's on the line too, and so is my family's. Lots of you wouldn't understand, but a laborer like me can't afford to take time off. And this is why laws change. I can literally, if I ever get pulled up for doing jury duty, I can literally just be like, I don't make enough money to be engaged in something like that. If I don't work, I don't eat, and neither do the wife and kids. Oh, I see. That must be very hard. Go to the union every morning to take out what needs doing. If you're late and the work's taken, it's tough. This time of year, there's water and gas supply pipes bursting left and right and center. They're after cheap labor to get the roads dug up to fix it. It's a hard slog from dawn till dusk, it is. There you go, proof that the pipes could be broken in the guy's apartment. So you were out digging up the roads on the day of the incident as well, were you? That's right. In fact, if I remember rightly, it was just round the corner from where it all happened. By that old bookshop it was. What? Another coincidence. That's right, Meersham Street it was. Meersham Street. What is happening? The day it happened, I was digging up Meersham Street from dawn till dusk. Okay, so that's two people who just so happened to be nearby. This person was also nearby.
Hold it!
Let's push on. Whatever's the matter, young man? You're the wife of Mr. Garadeb, aren't you? The landlord who runs Mr. Nasumi's master's wife. Where'd you get your ideas, sir? I'm the maid you understand. She's keeping up that charade. Ugh, this is gonna be awkward. They told you to keep it on the down low, you idiot. Why didn't you mention this yesterday? That you'd been selected for the jury in the trial, I mean? Well, I was told not to mention it to anyone until the day of the trial, you see. As in the letter I received, the instructions were very clear. Takes lodgings in your master's houses, does he? Yes, that's right. And in that time, surely you must have taken stock of his character. Okay. This is not helping our case. Alright, keep going. Trying to find two people to pit against each other. I slept over that evening myself on Calabash Road. I knocked myself clean out, you know. The day it happened, I was digging up Mission Street. Okay, again, this is not telling us anything.
Hold it!
Can't deny there's other routes Mr. Nasumi would have taken back from your books. Hey, doll. Night night.
I need to return your hair tie.
Oh. You taking it?
No, that's because I snuck in and I stole it.
Did you?
To borrow it. Yeah, I did.
Today?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't. Okay. Alright, if you say so.
I needed to keep my hair out of my face.
I love you.
I love you.
You're amazing.
You're amazing. You're hungry and I sleep too.
Oh, I'm almost there.
Yeah.
Finish this portion.
Sleep.
Of the court case.
Nice. Like this man.
He's an odd-looking duck, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He's very square.
Yeah. I guess you could say
Almost
that.
like a wooden doll. sort of
Yes,
square.
he kind of like a Pinocchio, right?
Yeah.
Alright. You too. Oh, good night.
seems to me that what accounts is whether the little fellow actually went the way or not. Well, yes, that's true. And at the moment, there's no proof that shows he did, is there? Well, yes, that's true as well. As I understand, if the accused himself doesn't remember, which is weird. Wednesday nights are dark and cold, so the way I see it, you'd want to get home as quickly as possible. I have given it a lot of thought, you know. I didn't just make up my mind on a whim that he did. There's some logical reason why he might have gone down the Calabash Road, then it'd be different. The pipe? Wait a second. So what they're potentially saying that there was road work. They don't say it in plain words, which is a little annoying, but I'm saying, like, if there was roadworks on this road, he might have gone down Calabash. Okay. Let me save for a second. Because I don't fully trust myself on this. And there is still one more person I need to press, but let me try this. R. These two.
Objection!
Those two statements are clearly at odds with one another. Odds, Consul, explain yourself. Please don't point it was me, I swear. Yeah, well, I just want to get it done and dusted. Well, juror number 3. Oh, me, sir, what do you want? Juror number 5's words just now are extremely significant. Let's take a moment to consider the implications of what's been... blah, blah, blah. On the day in question, Mitsun and Tsurufa visited the bookstore. On the same day, we know that there was some works being carried out on Misham Street, making it impassable. Which means the defendant's route home. We don't know if it was impassable. Could not have taken him along Misham Street and down Briars. Oh, yes, of course. Oh, what do you think, sir? Oh yeah, you can't argue with that, really. Must have had a good 2 yards or more of the pavement up. Every gentleman and every woman that came along had to turn back and go the other way. So the defendant must have taken a longer route back to his lodgings. Yes, I suppose he has. I suppose that must be right, eh? The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookstore, but we see now that he had no choice. Maybe I'm skipping too much dialogue. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little impatient, and some of, like, the rhetoric around what's being said is kind of, like, samey in my head, and my brain just thinks, anyway, move on. When I should probably be trying to take my time more. But it's also like, oh, me. Well, alright then. There's a hole in the prosecution's argument should be filled in, that's what I say. I might just have to leave it there, I'm so sleepy.
Well done, Naruhodo. That was wonderful.
Managed to change a couple of minds, strengthen our position. It will prompt the other jury members to reconsider their stance.
Now, if only, we could just identify one more clue or discrepancy that would make them stop doubting. Might be able to tip the balance completely.
You're right that at the time of the incident, the defendant admits to having seen someone wearing a green overcoat walking ahead of him.
Well, quite. That's precisely my point. Clearly that someone wearing green was the victim. And clearly that funny little man with the disturbing mustache is the culprit.
But let's not forget, madam, the defendant vehemently denies attacking the woman.
Why, of course he does. If he admits to stabbing her, his life is over. The man's obviously a liver-faced coward, honestly, claiming the woman simply collapsed before his eyes.
But if that's a lie, as you're suggesting, do you not think he would not have concocted something more credible?
Oh, I really couldn't say, after all. Who's to say what goes on in your minds? I do declare the man has already made the admission. He himself has stated there was nobody else around. Surely the conclusion is obvious. No one else could have committed the awful crime. No one else could have done it. The accused must be the man. Really, it couldn't be more simple. Oh my, you're too kind, my lord.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so it might be just the discrepancy. I did think this earlier, but I wasn't quite sure. The discrepancy between saying that collapsed and then the killed. Oh shit, I pressed the wrong button. Fuck! Okay. Just gonna reload. Lily. Hi, Lily. I'm real sleepy. Okay, pit.
Objection!
What? They don't? They don't?
Hold it!
Excuse me, but aren't you... Yes, that's right. I was the witness to the stand myself just 2 days ago. You're a banker, aren't you? That's right. After the gold rush down under, I came back to London to work. Wait, does that mean giving him a strong kind of silly accent kind of works? Don't think I've forgotten how you treated me the other day. You had me and the young adder begged as criminals. Now there's all sorts of rumors buzzing around. The police have been badgering me non-stop. Well, anyway, I don't know about the Hatter, but at least I'm in the clear now. Didn't I press everyone's opinion? Oh, he has a green coat. Oh, he saw the old man fall over. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Objection!
Oh my god. Those two statements clearly show a flaw in the juror's reasoning. A flaw? What are you talking about? Well, juror number 2.
My, whatever do you mean, sir?
I think perhaps the old man didn't hear you. Unbelievable. It's not like I was loud or anything. There is at least one fact of which we can be sure here. The bookshop receipt found in the defendant's room clearly indicates that on the day of the attack, he'd been to your books, purchased a number of secondhand titles, and returned home by foot. The man says he has no recollection of his return journey. That's correct. But what... Oh, sorry. What he does remember is seeing someone appear in front of him. Someone in a green overcoat who suddenly had collapsed on the pavement before his eyes.
Yes, we're all aware of this. The poor young woman who was stabbed, obviously.
Objection!
Can we really be sure of that, madam?
My, whatever do you mean?
I'm sure you heard juror number 6's account of what happened to him that day. The same afternoon, there was somebody else apart from the victim who was wearing a green overcoat and who fell over in the icy streets in the neighborhood.
Oh my.
My goodness, you mean... That's right, I'm referring, of course, to the hard of hearing juror number 6.
Are you, sir, really suggesting that the person in the green overcoat whom the defendant saw collapse in front of his eyes was the jolly old gentleman on the end of the bench here with me today?
That's entirely possible, yes. After all, the old man has a somewhat similar build to the victim. Oh, look at that.
My goodness me.
I'm sorry, you need a pee? Ugh. And crucially, we know precisely where the old man in the green overcoat fell.
On Calabash Road.
Therefore, if the person who Mr. Natsumi saw collapsing in front of him was in fact juror number 6, it means the defendant must have taken the long route back to his lodgings. And if that's true, then clearly the crime scene on Briar Road where the woman was stabbed was not his way home.
Oh my.
Okay, we did it. Now we can go to bed.
Really, man, if you hadn't been so daft to be roaming about there, we'd have boxed this for off for hours. Really, what were you thinking, wearing such a befuddled coat? What were you saying to me? Is it a crime for the elderly to walk the streets these days? Is it a crime to slip over on the ice? It's a crime to keep up with the latest styles and wear a beautiful green coat, is it? Pardon. My lord, I do hope I won't cause an inconvenience, but... Like, change your leanings? I do declare I would. A verdict of not guilty. I would too. It is a crime to change your mind, is it? Well... I like how he, like, inflated and then he deflated. Alright, we did it. Now we can pick up this tomorrow. The eye choose, the nose the four, so the news have it. Not guilty, they say. Which means we no longer have a consensus among the jury. Trial will continue.
Objection!
He fucking would. He fucking would. I was gonna save the moment he started talking and just stop. It seems churlish of me to drink from my hallowed chalice moments before raising an objection. Only to crush it in disgust. Pray forgive the discourteous. Lord Van Zeeks. Okay, yeah. Good. Alright. Bedtime. Sorry we went on a little longer. I keep wanting to try and get through the case as quickly as possible. There's a lot of pandering sometimes. Alright. Night, I love you, Han. Good sleep, please. Pick me up tomorrow, please. I don't know where I'm picking you up from, but okay. I love you, Lily. Don't be sorry for blessing us with even more Hannah. You're right. It's a nice way of putting it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you'll have an excellent day today and tomorrow, okay? Take care of yourselves. Fear shirt. You mean Rayef at tab, obviously, or Rayef, yeah. Rayef F tab. That's what we believe in. Yeah, have a good night's sleep. Tomorrow, we will push forward with this case even more. I'm kind of hoping we'll be able to finish it and start the final case. If I can start the final case, if I can get a decent way into the case, case 5, by the end of tomorrow's stream, I think I'll be pretty happy. Hopefully. Because then I'll have a better understanding of how much further I need to play of the game. And maybe question whether I still decide to stream on Friday night or not, depending on when I come back from the party. Anyway, we'll find out. Anyway, have a good night's sleep, everybody. Take care, and I will see you all tomorrow, okay? Bye-bye. Nada.